Live and direct, put it in perspective. It's your boy B Mad.
And this is Raimundo Telemundo.
There's 1,000,001 podcasts with 1,000,001 stories.
And everyone wants to be heard. But at the end of the day,
we got something to say.
We're here to give you our perspective on
sports,
hip-hop,
finance,
and whatever the hell else is going on in life. We reflect
and we put it in perspective. We live and direct, baby. What's the deal? Keeping it real. Live and direct, put it in perspective. It's your boy B Mad. Got my brother Raimundo Telemundo, my brother from another. Hit your SAP button. It's been a long time coming. We've been on hiatus for like 3 weeks. But we back, people. What's good, brother? How you doing, man?
Well, you know, first of all, we do this from Santo Domingo to Panama to Miami and then back to Nueva York.
Yes, sir.
I'm doing good, B. It has been a while. Yeah, the whiskey.
You drinking, man? You got a cup of that oil over there.
I don't want to promote this company. We gotta call them this cheap ass whiskey company, Duggins.
Gotta call them out.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a Dominican whiskey. I might have to like see if I can put some equity in this malt.
Oh shit.
That's right.
No,
Vinicola del Norte S.A.
Hit that SAP ASAP, right?
They're saying it from the capital of DR. Duggins. Tómalo.
But you said it's trash though.
This is my third cup and I don't feel anything.
Hey man, it's doing something. It's doing something. Yo, bro, where'd you go, man? You got a nice tan over there, man. Look, you've been vacating. Look, you went to DR to get that bottle. What's up, man?
I was on Avenue X and McDonald and where McDonald Avenue ends at.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn, yeah. Whew. Avenue X and McDonald Ave, yeah.
That's where I was working in the sun. I gotta give credit to my people though. I was not working as hard as they were. I was just delivering the goods.
Yo, I think everybody has those days, man. You earn that. You earn that right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Skip a lot, man. Yo, this is a very special episode, man. We gotta pay homage. Everybody can see that background. We gotta pay homage to Earl Simmons, DMX. Remembering X, man, one of the best hip hop artists of all time. One of the best artists of all time, man. The passion, the drive, like the realness, the grittiness. Like he embodied a lot, man. So he meant a lot to a lot of people. Because he was himself. Like he was a realist, and people can relate to people being real, not sugarcoating anything. He gave you the raw, and that's why he's beloved, man. So tonight we're gonna celebrate his life, his career, and we're just gonna pay homage, man. So
put in perspective, put X in perspective, man.
Put X in perspective, yes, sir.
Life is everything. How'd you feel? We were actually, I think we did the interview with Chris and Eddie, and we were done. And the news came out that he passed away, but it was fake news. Yeah, it was fake news. And then about 7 days later, I think that was April 7th or 9th. So I got the right day.
April 9th. April 9th.
We got it was official, but it was, how'd you feel when you first heard that?
Oh man. When I first heard that he was in a hospital. And listen, I gotta keep it real for a moment. I gotta be a little open. The fact when I heard that they said that he was brain dead, man, he was like in a vegetative state. Listen, if you know anybody or family members that went through something like that in a trauma unit, and when they say those words, it's hard to come back. It's not a good look. I mean, I've went through it. I experienced it with my brother. Rest in peace to my brother, powerful man Allah.
God bless.
When we got the news, when I heard that, me and my sister Chris, that just dropped her book when we got those words between us among siblings. We knew, my parents, they were in denial. They didn't want to hear it. We knew. And, I had to share with my peoples, like, damn, man, it's going to be, if he comes back from this, it's going to be hard. And I felt the same way about X. And I was like, damn, you want the best to happen. You hope, that he comes out of it. But the chances of that, being a realist was very slim, man. It was unfortunate, man. X was, he was trying to do so much to try to bounce back, and he was battling a lot of demons. And it was great to see him on the verses with Snoop. That was one of the best verses that we had.
It was surprising.
Yeah,
I had Snoop without the verses. I go into it like without looking at their catalog. I try to think of their songs without, and I would have thought Snoop would have won just with the first album alone, but
yeah.
And I think Snoop still left some off the table, but
yeah,
it was still DMX reminded us. Yeah, I'm DMX, bro.
Yeah, nah, X definitely. It was crazy. I picked Snoop. Even being from New York, I did pick Snoop. I still think Snoop did one, even though he had a few in the stash that he could have put out. X do too. X to me has more, because he has those 3 great albums when he first started his career, especially '98, the first 2, and then after that, he got a few joints here and there, like a few hits off the albums after the fact. But Snoop just for 4 decades, like the amount of singles and hits and guest verses that Snoop has, the features that he has, I just thought it was just a little bit more than what X can bring to that verses. But
yeah,
it was great to see him, and in person and having that spirit. He was so alive, man. Like enjoying himself. Like if he felt good. Like he had some peace of mind. At that point. So, but man, it was just it did hurt as a fan. To get this news, man. I think a lot of us felt that hurt, man. But,
yeah, I didn't. When you said it, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
A lot came to mind for me. For me, that was the moment in my brain, for whatever reason, that I go back to when I think of the news of his passing. So that was the shock.
Yeah.
And because I think when his passing was officially announced, or when he actually did pass away, I was at work. Like I don't even that's foggy, but I remember you saying that, and then we went on Twitter, and that was a Saturday night, so that was like I think April 2nd or whatever it was. But I remember the moment, and it was a bunch of shit that went through my head because he's somebody that has been through so much, and a part of the reason why he kind of like has a stain in all of our memories and all of our heads is that he has that voice, and it was like for me, it was like Whitney Houston dying, Amy Winehouse when she died. I mean, Biggie and Pac, of course, yeah, but I thought of Whitney Houston and Amy Winehouse first, and I didn't even think about the drug problems, or I didn't think about that issue. It's the voice. Like Whitney Houston, like I think Mariah Carey has way more hits than Whitney Houston, but she doesn't have voice. Like Whitney Houston's voice is amazing, like just probably the best voice we ever heard. And then Amy Winehouse, I'm not deep into Amy Winehouse like that. I heard like 1 or 2 songs. I know she has a song Valerie because my daughter's named Valerie. I listened to that song 1,000 times because of it. But I'm not a big Amy Winehouse fan. But I was in Yankee Stadium, and I think this clubhouse section, or what I feel like wherever they serve this food at on a date. I was not with my wife, but I remember Amy Winehouse passed away, and it's because of their voice. DMX had that voice that just it resonated through so many cultures, so many groups, so many people in general. Like I'm still surprised at how many people really felt the same way we did. I thought he was just this hood dude, and he felt like our cousin. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm still shocked. Like MAGA dudes. There's every type of person. I'm still surprised.
and that just speaks to his greatness. And I think, like I said earlier, everyone can relate to that rawness, that realness. That it wasn't a facade. Like what I'm saying, when he came on the scene, the first time I heard him, the first time I think I remember hearing X, it had to be the Streets Is Watching soundtrack. Was it Murdergram? And then the first was 4321.
Right.
With LL.
I was gonna say that.
I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Like, yo, when I catch you when the sun is down, run it, clown, come up off that. I'm a gun at that. Yo, just his whole presence, his mic presence, his voice, that growly voice, man. That was the dog. Like, he was aptly named. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he represented that. He was the dog, Dark Man X, Dog Man X. And
the underdog.
I just think I think a lot of us gravitated towards him because I think at that point, it was a shiny suit era. Puff was having a run, after Big Pass, No Way Out. Then, Mace with Harlem World. We can speak on that later. But
we will.
And I think it was just a change of the guard. Like X came and just shut that down. And he brought back that gritty, that raw realness, you know what I'm saying? That I think was missing at the time. And it encapsulated the game. Like like he made grittiness go pop again. Like, you know what I'm saying? He made that like hot. And
I have a thing about that. With that. Yeah, because when was gritty in?
Wu-Tang. Like, I just remember like listen, 92, 93, hoodies, Timbs in New York. Like, I don't know the way. Listen.
I have a thing with it because I don't remember it being a mainstream thing. Wu-Tang was still almost underground. Method Man was the most
dominant
commercial or popular Wu-Tang dude, but I don't remember it. That's the thing. That's my thing. Like, I just think DMX was so clearly he was authentic, but he was so like unapologetic about shit.
Yeah,
that it was like that's why he felt like a family member. Yeah, and it was. But that was my thing with that, like, with the whole he brought the grittiness back. I'm like, I don't know when that ever was alive.
Well, all right, to say he brought it back, all right, that might be the wrong words. He made it. Like, he made it. Like, the shiny suit era was done when His Dark and Hell Is Hot came out. Like, I just felt it was a wrap. Like, it was no more of that. What?
I wouldn't say it's no more of that. What I want to say is I want to give him his credit.
Yeah.
I don't think it was there. Even as big as grimy as Biggie was, his hits were nothing. His first fucking single is "Get at Me, Dog."
That's what I'm saying.
The first time we hear him is 4321. Stay out the dark, because if I catch you when the sun is down,
I'm gonna run it, Klein. Yeah.
And we talked about this with Ghostface before, where it felt like whoever was saying this, they sound very authentic. DMX sounded like he would rob you. He's just he is Candyman telling you do not say Candyman 3 times. Stay out the fucking dark. And he was so you know what it is about X2? Because look, I think the biggest superstars from New York, most of them, they all bring, yes, they're superstars, they're charismatic, everything. But he's also has that New York sarcasm. He has that New York wit, like, Big, Jay-Z. They always had this wittiness to him. And you wouldn't think that with someone like him. Because you would think he's just a thief and he's a robber. He's a dummy. That's what you think of someone like that. But he is before 50, and I think we'll get to the Tupac comparison. That's that. He's of that. So maybe even with Pac, to me, Pac didn't have the grittiness. DMX is the one who brought grit to the mainstream. I don't think anybody did it before him. I don't know if anyone did it after him. I just think you had Boot Camp Clip, you had Wu-Tang, like you said, but none of them were mainstream. But this guy sold 4 or 5 million records.
Yeah, but you know what? Too, a lot happened from 92 to 98. Like the industry changed itself. Like, rap was starting to become the dominant force in music. It was taking over. It took over rock and roll. It was taking over R&B. Um, it came to the forefront. So it was like the timing of that. Then the internet, everything just taking off at that time. And then we had two big deaths. Pac and Big, and that just brought more attention, more eyes to it, more ears to rap. And X came at the right time, like, because I guess it was a void, and he just came and he kind of lifted the game up to a different direction at that time to me. Because as Dark as Hell is Hot came out, it just felt different in New York City. Like that album was played everywhere. Like it was it was a lot going on because I was in high school, and like around that time, like 98, 97, 98, 99, like the Bloods and Crips was coming a big thing in the city. And everyone was associating DMX as a Blood, the whole dog thing, blood everywhere, red and all this, you know what I'm saying? So it was like all of that mixed into that, like just made him like that big of an artist. Like he resonated with a lot of people. And just that first album was just incredible, man. From the intro, like just those bells, doom, doom, like it just set a whole tone. And I remember the first CD single that I ever caught by myself was Get At Me Dog on the A side, and the B side was Stop Being Greedy. Like I remember as a kid, like going to a record store and copping that. That was like the first joint I bought on my own, a CD single, and going home and just playing that. That Stop Being Greedy to me is one of my favorite DMX songs, man. It's gotta be in his top 5. We're gonna get to that later. Like just the feel of it.
DMX songs?
Yeah. I mean, we ain't gonna get into that now, but I'm just saying, like, I remember that time.
I think you. I'm sorry to.
Go ahead, go ahead, Bill.
I want to add on to that. I think Stop Being Greedy is the DMX brand early on. That first of all, he's bipolar on the song. He's doing both voices.
I was getting to a point on this.
Okay.
I was getting to a point on that. The reason why the significance of that song to me is because the way Biggie flipped Give Me the Loop and did the two characters, changed the voice up. A lot of people was doing that. X, he did that lovely with Stop Being Greedy. He did it with Damien. He did it a few times, and just like it just felt like it just felt different at that time, man. It was so ill. Like I just felt like that whole album like encapsulated the whole city. And it just changed the whole feel of the city. How you dressed, how you felt. Like things just got a little bit grimier, and Def Jam had a great year that year, man. Like from X's album to, Red and Meth to, of course, Jay-Z with Hard Knock Life, and then X again with Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood at the end of the year. Like it was just Def Jam had a crazy run.
98 is probably my second favorite year ever in rap. We know 96 is, and that's Cam's first album, Nori.
Yep. Nori. Pun. Yep. Pun. Capital Punishment. Yep.
There's a lot more. I think Fat Joe came out that year, and then Fat Joe's album was decent. It's a lot.
I think it was Jealous One, Still Envy that year. If I'm not mistaken.
Damn. You know what I remember about that year because of that song? And I was just tweeting my man Ryan about this. My cousin, we were on Main Street in Coconuts. It was Coconuts and Nobody Beats the Wiz. I would go to I would go from one side of Main Street to the other and see who had the cheaper.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
And I copped Cam's album. I don't remember copping Puns, but definitely DMX, Cam, Nori. And my cousin passed out smoking a cigarette on Main Street in front of McDonald's. And that was a hot ass summer, bro. I was going to summer school.
Yeah.
When that album came out, it was DMX was his run. That was the beginning of his run. Like I think we gotta start before that. Because you said it. 4321 was the first time that I remember hearing him, and I definitely remember that moment. And I just saw the replay of 4321 being performed at the Apollo, and I remember waiting up to go and watch the apocalypse. My cousin Pearl.
Yeah, yep, I remember that.
Listen, my cousin Pearl, she's a girl, and it was certain rappers that if she liked them, they were gonna blow up because she's a girl. And the first time we seen DMX on 4321, I thought was 97 when LL put that video out for 4321.
It was 97. Yeah.
When I saw it, straight out the dog. She's like, she got like, well, who's that? And we'll get into
the ladies love X, bro.
We'll get into the collabs and the features later on. That I got as number 2 as a preview. As my second ranked DMX feature or collaboration.
Yeah, it's on my top 5.
Yeah, and I don't remember the other shit with Earl Gotti, like the shit with DMX, with DMX, Jay-Z, and Mike Geronimo. I don't remember that.
It's Time to Build.
I don't remember that. Can't lie to you.
I slightly remember it, but at that, I mean, I heard it, but you wasn't checking for X then. But yeah, go ahead.
But I think it was that song and Pull It with Cameron.
Yep. Pull It's in my top 5.
it's in my top 5, and you're gonna be surprised where it lands.
Oh shit! All right.
That song.
Yo, speak on it.
I played that song probably the most out of any DMX song ever. That song is when we heard him and he's just barking. The fuck, we were barking in the middle of class.
Yeah,
he just said some stupid shit, or the teacher did. We just barked in the hallway. We barked for no reason because of DMX and Pull It. This is when Clue was starting to pop off on Hot 97.
Monday night mixtape.
Monday night mixtapes is after Flex. Flex started moving up a slot. Pull It is gotta be. I didn't go into the tunnel, but Pull It gotta be a tunnel classic. In the tunnel.
Yo, the thing about Pull It, and it goes to the story of it and to the mythology of Pull It. To me, is that it was supposed to be on Confessions of Fire. They didn't have room for it. I forgot what happened. It was supposed to be on Cam's first album. Yeah, hell yeah. That was Cam's single.
Better than any song on that album.
Bro, on that album. And when Clue played it all the time, Hot 97 was giving it burn. I'm waiting. Like Confessions of Fire, I love Cam. Cam's one of my favorites. And getting Confessions of Fire and then not seeing Pull It on there was like a disappointment. I'm like, damn. And then trying to even find Pull It as a song. Like, I had to, for years, I've had the digital copy on my laptop and stuff like that. But now, when X passed on Tidal, I didn't even know they had Pull It on there. Because I was looking for that for years on streaming. It wasn't on streaming. And somehow, some way, it was on a mixtape that got put on Tidal, and I discovered it. When X passed, Elliot Wilson, he ended up putting the joint on the DMX guest features playlist, and I seen it. I bugged out. I played it like 20 times in my car.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, it just took me, bro, because I love that song so much, man. Love that song. Let's get it on, baby. What? Like this, the way he came off on that was just.
He was a star. That song to me, we'll get into it later, but it's an action-packed. He took over, and maybe we get to the Tupac comparison now. He took over whatever some of the void that Pac left.
Yes.
DMX was that. He's an action-packed star, and you can hear it, you felt it, and it's the reason why he extended this after Biggie and Pac died. DMX is like, this is the new music. This music is here to stay, to make billions for your company. He made Def Jam 100 million plus.
Yes.
In 98 alone.
Yep.
Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Puff, all these supposed geniuses slept on him. He ain't gonna sell that much. You crazy? Well, who's gonna like him? What? This is something happened between, I forgot the song he had. Mike Geronimo's in the video. Damn, I gotta look it up. But once Pull It came out, I want to say Pull It came out before Get At Me Dog. And then Get At Me Dog came out, and that really?
Nah, it came because Cam's album came out that summer. Confessions
Yeah.
of Fire, and it was leading up. There was that spring, but nah, Get At Me Dog and all that. Because Get At Me Dog came out like the beginning of '98. Like, because It's Dark and Hell is Hot came out March, and like Get At Me Dog was the first single. Like that was the build up. Like that was like, all right, X got a solo coming. Like, because we knew, he had the joints with the 4-3-2-1. There was something else he had that he had a feature on, and people were like, yo, this dude got some stuff. And then Stop Being Greedy came out too. So Pull It came out in between that year.
No. Stop Being Greedy did not come out before Pull It.
No,
no way. He didn't have 2 singles before Pull It. Pull It was on.
Yes, he did. Bro, the reason why that is so ill, Pull It, is because like the lead up from those songs, like the build up of X. It was coming off of It's Dark and Hell is Hot. I'm telling you.
No.
You looking it up. I can see you on your phone.
I am looking it up.
Go ahead. Find out.
And, bro, listen, that is, let's get it on, babe. What? Let's get the locks off the case.
Off the case because I'm ready to yeah.
It was, he's painting these pictures and he has this sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
Where my dog's at. That first verse, that 4-3-2-1 verse and Pull It for me was, who the fuck is this dude? He was the new dude. Yeah. He was just anybody you could imagine. Whoever you thought was the best dude on film, he is that. And then you hear the stories about him, you go, oh, he's Pac.
You know what's ill about that? Like, of course, the comparison, they're both bald-headed. They both got that passion, that anger, that drive. Nas was talking about it at his funeral, man, which is crazy that you don't realize it. Like, they filmed Belly before It's Dark and Hell is Hot, like, really took off. And the way Nas was like talking, I was like, yo, he had that confidence. Like, he just knew that this was about to pop off. Like, he knew it was going to be big. Like, that was a huge year for X, man. I mean, of course, it goes without saying, but 98 was special, man. Like, it was just just for Def Jam, like, it just felt different, man. Like, that's definitely, it's got to be one of the best hip hop years of all time. The Belly movie for itself, like, for the hip hop culture, Nas and DMX, Method Man, like, all of them being on film in the Hype Williams movie. Hype Williams being a video director and now doing a motion picture. The soundtrack of Belly, like, all that, like 2 X albums. You know what I mean? Red and Meth, Jay-Z, Hard Knock, like all that. Ja Rule, like just, it was 98 was crazy, man. It was crazy. Cam, Nori, you said it, man. Of course, Lauryn Hill. It was just a special year for hip hop. Special year, man.
Money, power, respect.
Yes.
When was that?
I think that was like the end of 97, beginning of 98. Yeah, because that Lock album came out the early 98. That's what it was too. That feature. Whew.
So it was recorded 97, released January 13th, 1998. But that means we heard it in 97.
Yes.
Okay. This is a beat that could freak like a stop the prayer. Y'all niggas know the deal. Hit them up. Listen. Jada wasn't Jada back then.
Jada Kiss?
Yeah, he wasn't Jada back
then. Not yet.
Sheik was still the nicest dude in the Locks back then.
Yeah, he had the most energy. Yeah, definitely.
I don't remember DMX being on the Bad Boy mixtapes, but he had a freestyle over the Get At Me Dog beat. So it was Get At Me Dog.
The Locks with the locks.
Yeah. Styles killed it. And I remember Styles DMX killing it. And I remember always liking it.
What's crazy about that, on the CD single of Get At Me Dog, the freestyle is on there. It's on that disc. I had it. It's on there with Stop Being Greedy. And then that's the last song on there, the Get At Me Dog freestyle with the Locks. The Get At Me Dog remix. That's what they called it, the remix. But it was that freestyle. Yeah.
And the Locks were building a buzz. DMX is another recent interview I seen where he was saying Puff, DNY let Puff listen to the Locks and he signed them. He was like, yo, if you like them, you're like, that's the little pups. This is the dog right here. And he was like, nah, he's too. Anyway.
he didn't see the vision.
Yeah. So Leo Cohen said he loved DMX when he came into like a crack or some crazy like a trap house, or we didn't call it a trap house back then. It was a dope house. That was the block. Leo Cohen goes in there and hears DMX spitting because Irv Gotti puts him on, and like, oh my God, it's this guy, boom, boom, boom. And then fast forward, we hear 4, 3, 2, 1, and then like we said, pull it, money, power, respect, and then get at me, dog. Get at me, dog. Kill like the get at. I don't even know how to explain this to people who don't understand what singles did back then, because it's not the same anymore. I think was crazy. Not. I think it's a lot harder for someone who would be a DMX today.
Yes, absolutely.
To really burn like that.
I mean, listen, man, the game has changed so drastically with streaming and just the way the industry has been, monetized. It's a different game, totally different game from 20 years ago. It's hard for you're right. It's hard for it to be someone like another X to come along because, we spoke to this earlier. Like that single, like "Get At Me, Dog" was big. Like it was. I'm telling you, it to me, like I remember as a kid, I was a teenager. Like hearing that song for the first time, I'm like, yo, like we knew about X, we heard X, we know the build up, but then hearing that as his first single, I was like, yo, this is special. Then seeing the video, they was in the tunnel, and Sheik is on the hook. It just felt different. Like you just felt like New York was changing, hip hop was changing at that time. Like it just felt like the poppy hip hop stuff, like the "Feel So Good" by Mace, all that stuff was like it was coming to a close.
I disagree with that.
Okay, that's fine.
Exaggerates. It wasn't over because Jay-Z did it. Everyone, I just think
and Jay failed because he tried to use that ammo for Volume 1 with Puff. It didn't work. It didn't work out.
They say that, but he wasn't DMX. DMX just was that the Capone Noriega album that War Report, which you underrated, which is crazy.
It is underrated.
It's a classic, and you claim it's like just a cult classic, but
it's a cult classic, bro. It's not. I play it all the time. It's one of my favorite albums, and it might be a classic for some, but it's not like what you consider. You're not putting that album against the Infamous. You're not putting that album against Reasonable Doubt or Illmatic. You're not.
You are.
No, you're not.
You're not. But that's not my point. My point is that DMX is the star of that genre. The Mobb Deeps, that grittiness, he is the icon of that.
So I get to a point, yeah.
Not to a point. There is nobody who unequivocally, unapologetically, authentically represents that subgenre of rap. It's DMX.
X, I think X was so much more. Like, Mobb Deep, like Prodigy and Havoc, they were more, they were just gritty. They weren't making songs for the women. They weren't doing that until 50 came along and changed the MO for that. Yeah, they weren't doing it.
We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing.
We're saying the same thing, but I'm saying X made those type of songs. What type of games are being played? How's it going down? That was on that album, his first album. Like, so he was talking to the ladies, bro, as a gritty dude, as a thug dude on the block.
Not much.
People weren't doing that.
Not much.
X was different. X was a different artist, bro. Like it's just certain artists that you just know that, like, yo, no, regardless of how his setup is, he's gritty or your shiny suit or whatever. Like X was just gonna blow. It just happened. Like we just felt that organically. He was just like, yo, he's coming. He's an anomaly. Like this is gonna happen. Like what Jay-Z said about 50. He said 50 is DMX in the game because X came and he shut it down. He changed it up, bro. He changed it up.
He is what I wanted to say. That I don't think we speak to enough. We'll get back to the albums. We're just remembering X right now.
Yeah.
Even the whole thing about, he's a drug addict, he's a crackhead. That wasn't talked about. We didn't learn about it really until later on.
Right.
So even the fact that it took that long for this gritty dude to come out, and that's my point really with X. That's what I'm saying. When he killed the whole, he didn't kill the Shiny Suit era to me. He just, we needed a balance. I think that's the thing that we always make the mistake. Like today, it's easy to just, anybody could do whatever they want now because the internet is a different kind of platform than the radio, where there's just an hour's worth of time and we have this much advertising space and we know this is guaranteed to do, this does this BDMs per minute, beats per minute, and then we have these songs that we can play at 20 minutes past the hour and 10 minutes, advertisements 20 minutes past the hour and 10 minutes. It's all a formula. DMX was an authentic, organic, boom. And even with the formula, because we didn't talk about Rough Riders Anthem.
Oh,
that put him on another level.
That's we're gonna get there.
We're here.
Okay, so
Rough Riders Anthem put him on a different pedestal because he didn't like that song for the very reason that we would be like, nigga, how you doing that song? DMX heard the beat and was like, I'm not doing that, basically.
And that's why he is above that tier of Mobb Deep, of CNN, because they weren't at that time, they weren't doing those records. They weren't making a Rough Riders anthem. Like that shit was an anthem. It was, bro.
That's how to say. But here's what I'm saying. He had Swiss Beats, who of course nobody knew was Swiss Beats at the time.
Teenager.
Right.
Teen, man. Up and coming.
Mobb Deep has Havoc.
Yeah.
Who has classics.
Yes.
But like you said, Swiss Beats still had to convince this dude, be like, yo, listen, this is gonna take you to a different level. Rough Riders Anthem was an anthem, yes. I hated the video is gritty and I love it, but I hated it because it censored everything he was saying. With DMX, and when we heard the raw version, it was, and then the remix.
Yeah, on Clue album. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember Clue premiering it on Monday Night Mixtape and going to school the next day. Like, we used to always record the Monday Night Mixtape on cassette. We dub copies for your people on my block, your boys or whatever. And I remember going to school the next day talking about that, the remix, and just knowing that the Rough Rider album, Clue album's coming out. And then, I ain't mean to jump ahead, but when Rough Riders Volume 1, the spring of '99, that's a whole.
You're on track.
We're gonna get there.
No, you're on track because that's really what it was. How's it going down? Get at me, dog was amazing, but Rough Riders Anthem, like Get at me, dog, I like more than. I don't know if I like it more than Rough Riders Anthem. I don't know because I
love Rough Riders Anthem more.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. Okay. Who doesn't know that? Like, and that's the thing. You spoke on it earlier. X. I don't care if you were black, white, whoever. Like it's certain music that you gonna love. I don't care what genre it is. Like, yo, this shit is hot. It's hot. It's hot. And Rough Riders Anthem was an anthem. It took off. It put X on another level. And it's in my top 5, and we're gonna get to where it is in my top 5. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Gotta
and
be.
Then now on a Rough Riders album, you said Rough Riders album, right? Volume 1.
Volume 1. That was '99, spring of '99.
But that wasn't what the remix was on. That was Clue's.
Nah, Clue. Yeah, Clue had the remix of
DMX song.
Yeah. It's on. Yeah, it's on.
Right. Which was cool. It was cool. So the freestyles, he had a run right there in 97, 98. Mixtapes were big back then. That's what anybody who's watching right now, listening to us right now, mixtapes became mixtapes from 96 on. I want to say what the mixtape is now is 1996. Bad Boy, Mace, Locks, DMX, they birthed the mixtape. What the mixtape is, in my opinion.
Cannabis,
Cam,
Cannabis, Nori, and X. That
yes. Whatever you think whatever you think a mixtape is today, they started that. And Jay-Z is not included in this.
No.
He's not.
Jay didn't like, he said it. Why the fuck should I freestyle getting paid to rap? Like, he was anti doing it. He did a few joints, but he wasn't that guy. No.
To the point where he wasn't included in the top three in a lot of people's shit. Because this is the streets talking. To that point. So now we go to Rough Riders. The Rough Riders first volume 1 is a classic.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't hear enough.
You were saying that like you weren't sure to say that. Like, yeah, that's a classic, bro.
No, I'm saying it like I'm wondering why nobody else is saying it. I don't hear it said enough in rap music.
It's a compilation.
I don't care what
and then, mostly when you hear the classics get thrown around, you're referring to artist solos and stuff like that. But yeah, as a compilation, it's a classic. I can vouch for that all day. Like the way that album rolled out into spring 99 to the summer 99 was the soundtrack for that year for 99, man. Yes. Down Bottom, crazy. Drag On and Juvenile, like that was insane. I don't care where you were. You was down south.
What's the wackest song on there?
Ooh, the wackest song. I didn't like the DMX joint.
Which one?
What was it with that crazy ass beat? It was like that wasn't the best song on there. I gotta look back, but that wasn't the greatest song.
Not some
X shit. Not some X shit. Yeah. That's the end. No, it was another joint that X had on there by himself. It was small. It was short too. Oh, I forgot the name of that joint. Yeah, go ahead. Look at the track list. But yeah, Down Bottom is probably the biggest hit on the album. And of course, Jigga My Nigga. Of course, Scenario. That's what the Locks, DMX, Eve, Drag On. The joint with Pun and Sheik was ill. Of course, the joint with Beans, My Son. Who else is on there? That whole album is just crazy. Yeah, I did not like that.
They're gonna feel this.
It was alright.
No.
It was alright. Eve joint on there, Eve single. Come on, what y'all want?
I love this. Muddy shit. I ain't dropping nothing but that putty shit. Oh my god, no.
Yeah, I'm good.
I didn't want that for 3 minutes. They did it for a minute and it was smooth.
There's a reason.
Yes. But I can't believe that's one of those beats where I can't believe I like it.
Yeah.
Like, how did you even do that? Okay. But I can see why I'm not listening to that for 3 minutes.
There you go. And listen, me and Mel, our brother Mel, our favorite joint on that joint was Dope Money by Jadakiss and Styles. Listen, it's in the middle of the album. The first time I heard it, I was like, oh my God, the way Styles and Jada go back and forth. Like that right there is like one of the, if they have a top 5 of Jada and Styles going back and forth, that's in that top 5. Hands down. Dope Money, the Rap Money, back to Dope Money, Reloaded Guns, just basically speaking, I know your face would be leaking. I rap full time and still pump bass on the weekend. Like it was just, man, we jumping ahead. We gotta go back to X.
The weakest song on here is Platinum Plus. Gotta be the weakest song on there.
Platinum Plus is what?
With Mace. When Mace mentions Mace kills this.
Yeah, but I totally forgot about that.
That's definitely the weakest song on there, but I will still listen to it because Mace kills that. The Hood with Drag On and Beanie Siegel. The Hood is
that song was dope.
Yes.
This shit right here.
We some.
My song,
Man,
Lefty,
oh
come
my
up in the
god.
right palm, popping niggas in their sleep so they can die.
They come from my head, Paul.
Blood pressure. No,
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 it's
not
not.
blood pressure.
Kiss of Death. I didn't
Kiss
even know
of
what the
death.
song was called. Sam Jones is rap. My stocks is
Stocks
high.
is
Oh
high.
my god.
So stop the lies, motherfuckers, and shoot your brains out and watch you bleed. Like,
That's,
yo, bro,
that's
that Volume 1 was
this
was
album.
the
That's why
soundtrack.
when you said okay,
Yeah.
DMX led this movement.
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
Rough Riders without DMX.
No, of course. Of course not.
There is no. And once again, the War Report led into this. But anyway, there is no. The Locks don't want to. They don't want to leave Bad Boy because of this. There is no. There might not be no Whoa. God bless Black Rob. There might not be no Whoa if it wasn't for DMX. DMX, like you said,
This is
he
what I'm
made.
saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Right. Rough Riders Volume 1. My thing is, it is just, you want to call it a collaboration album, whatever you want to call it.
Compilation.
Dr. Dre albums are collaboration albums. 100% compilation album. 100%.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. This album is it's up there with any album for me.
Listen, I agree with you. It's a classic. It's just you said why they don't talk about it enough. The reason why I'm just telling you is the thinking is people when they try to compare albums as classic, they don't compare a compilation to like an Illmatic, even though it is a classic. But I mean that's all it is. But it's a classic though. That's without a doubt. Because they're not talking like usually you're comparing the classic albums. You're comparing a solo artist's discography with another solo artist's discography, and that's where that talk comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like. But yeah, it's a classic. I all day. There's no argument for me with that. So
I just think you smacked me back into place with that when you said no, it's not like Illmatic, where like Illmatic is this body of work by one singular artist, and there's this cohesion there.
Hey man,
calm down. Keep in perspective.
Put it back in perspective, man. Yeah. So back to X. Come on, we listen. 2 albums in 1 year. He's the first artist, not rap artist. He's the first artist to have 2 #1 albums in the same year.
Pac didn't have that?
No, it's a reason. No, it's something he did that DMX did with those 2 albums. I know Pac came out with Machiavelli and All Eyes on Me. There's a distinction with X what he did that year. I had it written down. Damn. Well, for what he did.
How dare you?
I'm telling you, he did something. Damn, what the hell? What?
We could edit all this shit out.
We'll get back to it. But
Google that shit.
Google
whatever
it.
It is. Yeah, we can edit this shit out right now.
Oh man, hold on.
Because I'm gonna tell you, like, this is how big of a Pac fan I am, nigga. I was into the fucking 25 conspiracy. What's he call it?
Me too, bro. I was on every Machiavelli Tupac website. I was printing shit out for niggas. Like, yo, son, it was 7 days.
He's coming back in 2002, 2003. You better get ready. He's in Cuba.
I think about the Chappelle sketch when niggas is in a club.
Yeah. Well, I just seen a Chappelle interview when he was on Oprah, and I'm like, yo, Chappelle, you look. Not that he looks stupid, because I just seen a Cat Williams. The shit just keeps popping up. All my YouTube feed is crazy. Cat Williams saying like all they asked Cat Williams was, yo, did you ever? What was the wildest rumor about you, like in your prime or whatever? He's like, yo, let me. He said, let me explain something to you. I'm not the funny. I knew who was funnier than me. Then he said, Dave Chappelle was always funnier than me. He said, Chris Rock was always funnier than me. This is why I like Cat Williams, even though I think something happened with Cat Williams. He was supposed to be whatever Kevin Hart is. Nigga, Cat Williams was the next nigga. And people forget about that. And maybe we'll do an episode or 10 minutes about Cat Williams.
Cat was definitely next. Yep.
And he said, yo, Dave Chappelle was funnier than me. And they convinced you that he was a crackhead who went to Africa. He had a negotiation with the company. I forgot about this. And matter of fact, I was telling Ingrid about this the other day. Do you understand when the Chappelle Show DVD shit hit? This motherfucker broke the record. He's the reason why DVDs came out the way that they did after his fucking show came out. Chappelle changed the whole DVD game, right?
Yeah.
And he made them $500 million. The nigga sold 1 million. Oprah said you sold 1.4 million DVDs the first week it came out. You made $500 million. But
I was one of those people that bought it.
I definitely bought it. Cat Williams said, he made them niggas $500 million, and the deal had it so that he's supposed to make half of that. And they told him, nah, fuck that. They basically fucked him over. And I'm wondering, how can you do that? How can you, if you sign the deal, you can't do that. He should be able to sue. So part of what Cat Williams is saying is fake to me. But the only reason why I brought it up was because he was saying, yo, if you can convince the whole world that this nigga is the king he's the king. You said that the king is a crackhead. During the negotiation, this is how he put it. During the negotiations, Dave Chappelle said, what if I don't feel like signing that shit? Supposedly they told him, all right, that's cool. You don't have to sign anything. But by the time you take that flight and you land back in Cleveland, wherever the fuck you from, the whole world's going to believe you were a fucking crackhead and you ran off to Africa. And he said, he went like that. He went like that. You know when a black nigga goes like this? When a black nigga in New York City or in America fucking takes 2 fingers and gives it 2 kisses, Nick, you better just do whatever he says. Because it's time to fucking fight or shoot it out. And it was true. But I don't know. That's all. I forgot why I brought that shit up with DMX.
Yes.
What was the connection?
I'm trying to think.
Let me know. You were looking up the DMX shit. The DMX.
No, what it was, he was the first artist, any artist, to debut at #1 5 times in a row on the Billboard.
Singles.
No, albums.
But that was in 98.
No, it wasn't 98. But it was something about 98 when he did with his first 2 albums. But
we'll put that shit up like a stat. Boop in the middle of both of us right there.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
Well,
yo, wait till we blow up. I can't wait till we blow up and we laughing at everybody who's just laughing at us right now. And we can laugh together afterwards. We're gonna serve drinks and shit. I'm gonna be a bartender.
Haters.
Yes, I'm gonna be a bartender at my hater party. Yo, that shit is real. I'm gonna B. I'm on a different zone right now. I'm just letting you know.
I see you, bro. Listen, I can see the glow, bro. You glowing right now. So like it's different. You're different, bro. It's the aura, man.
It is. Thank you. Y'all appreciate you telling me that, man.
You my brother, bro. I got you, man. If I ain't gonna say it, then who else gonna do it? You know what I mean?
So 98, he put out 2 albums, which was eerily similar to Pac again in 96.
Yeah, I mean, because
had a lot to do with that, but go ahead.
Yeah, but listen, debuting at #1 twice that year, and he was alive. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Pac, Machiavelli, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, yeah, man. Hate to say that, but
that's my point. But we'll go into with the Pac comparison. We'll do it more.
I mean, the Pac comparison is gonna come there because also right before his second album came out, Belly dropped. So now X is he's an actor. He's a #1 selling artist. I mean, he's also an author. He wrote a book. Like, he's got a lot of hats. He wears a lot of hats.
In 98?
No, not 98. I'm just saying in general. I didn't want to leave that out. I meant to say that earlier. But yo, man, the passion, like you said it was like a void. Like he picked up that void, like that you know what I mean, that realness that Pac had, like that passion. Like everyone gravitated towards it. Like you could love or hate them. There's just something about those two guys, like you just like you gravitated towards, man. And they had that gravitas. And it was just something like it encapsulated everybody. I don't care where you were from. Like you could be black, white, whoever. Like you gravitated toward those artists, man. White people love Pac. You know what I'm saying? Pac is beloved everywhere. Like even like we seeing it now with X, man. He was beloved everywhere. It was that realness, bro. Like you said, it was like he was like a family member. He was like your uncle. Like he was that dude on the block. Like, yo, what up, baby? Like, yo, he's keeping it real with you. Like, yo, son, don't go there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
listening to that dude, there's no way around it. It just feels like I'm going to the store, to the bodega, and I just bump into the nigga around the way.
Yeah.
It's just what it feels. Yo, now don't go on the corner right now.
Yep.
And he was all that because apparently he was just that kind of dude. He was, I mean, to be robbing dudes the way that he was robbing dudes was crazy. But 98 to 99, we said It's Dark as Hell is Hot.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
How did you feel about Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood?
Oh man, like because it came out like
best album. That's the second best album.
Yes, because it came out. It came out right before. It was right around Christmas, and I remember, like, yo, listen, like we on my block in Brooklyn, we loved X, man. Like, it just goes that year for us was special for me. Like that was a part of my upbringing. Like, It's Dark as Hell is Hot. Like, it was songs on those albums. Like, This Is for My Dogs. Like me and my friends to this day, all my brothers, it resonated with us.
This For My Dogs now on the album. Go ahead.
No, I know it's dark as hell is hot. And like that album, those albums resonated with us. And then when Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood came out, and like it just felt different. Like it felt like it was an elevated version of It's Dark as Hell is Hot. I think, matter of fact, I think it might be his best album. I think it's his best album. I think it's better than It's Dark as Hell is Hot.
No.
I don't know, man. I mean,
no.
I don't know, but it's better than
It's a flat.
It's better than it was better than and then it was X.
You know what? Okay, we're getting into album rankings, ranking the albums.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a banner for that. I don't think no. The beats and the production, and then there was X.
Better.
It's better than any one of his albums ever.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah.
But the songs to Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood versus It's Dark as Hell is Hot. There's way too many songs on It's Dark as Hell is Hot, bro. It's too many songs. The only thing you gotta do is, all right, how many whack songs are on It's Dark as Hell is Hot? Maybe 3.
So let's go through the track list. This is what we do.
Yeah. Hold on a second. It's Dark as Hell is Hot, right?
Yep.
It's Dark and Hell is Hot. You heard X? Okay, intro. The intro is one of the best intros of all time.
Yes.
Rough Riders Anthem. You expressed your love for that.
Yes.
Fucking with D. Amazing.
Listen, bro. Listen.
Well, y'all niggas mine.
Fucking with me. Fucking with D. Yo, listen. I played the album. I played the album like in full.
I'm a dog.
I played the album in full when he passed.
Your worst nightmare. No. I'm not letting you do that.
Okay.
I'm not letting you do that. Go ahead. Keep going. Say, I'm sorry. I'm letting you do that. I have to. I'm letting the liquor talk. I'm letting you do that. What do you think about fucking with D?
It's good, but it didn't age that well to me. Like I'm not playing it like I used to. Like I loved it back then, but now
No. You can't stop. Do not disrespect him. I'm sorry. We disagree about that, so I see where we're going with that.
okay.
Look through my eyes. There's a skit. And there's look
Yeah,
through
the
my eyes.
song when was it D and Y? One of them are talking.
Only
You see,
two
eyes
of
are
us.
all fucked up. Now that's dope.
Only two of us knew the answer, and one of us is dead.
Yeah.
I'm just. That's
Well,
fucking.
yo, there's no
I'm sorry.
disagreement on there.
Listen.
Get at me, dog.
Okay, look through my eyes. You said look through my eyes is
It's good.
good. Okay. Get at me, dog. Of course,
Of
classic.
course.
Let me fly.
Let Me Fly is one of my favorite DMX songs, bro. I play that religiously.
You know why you like it?
I played it when he passed, and a tear came in my eye because it's one of those songs that just feels so real, bro. And it goes back to '98 for me on my block in Brooklyn. Like, yo, that album for us, it was like a centerpiece for us. Like, you know what I mean? Me and my friends, like, you know what I mean? Me and my brothers, like I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like that album that was one of those albums for us. And that's one of those songs that always stood out to us, man.
Why?
Why? It's just
Yeah.
it felt so real. Let me fly or give me death. Let my soul rest. Take my breath. If I don't fly, I'ma die anyway. I don't live on and I'll be going up. Like it just, yo, sold my soul. Like it was the realness.
And I sold my soul to the devil, and the price was cheap. I'm gonna tell you why I resonated with anybody in the Bronx, especially if you're Puerto Rican or Dominican in New York City.
Yeah.
You Spanish. That shit was a sample from a Jose song. Because I'm listening to that, I said, yo, damn, this beat sounds familiar. And went to my aunt's house that night or that weekend or that week. They're playing the fucking Jose song. I'm just like, oh shit, that's where I heard it at. They sampled a fucking Spanish song, bro.
Yeah.
It was automatic. Remember, he's from Yonkers. Yonkers, for anyone who doesn't know, is a region in New York State that is right next to New York City and right next to the Bronx, the home, the birthplace of rap, hip hop. And that song, "The Let Me Fly," is a deep, dark,
it's a deep song.
Soulful, yeah. First of all, there's no song on maybe Slippin' actually the hit single.
Slippin' is top 5, bro.
Right. Maybe because Let Me Fly is so crazy.
Yeah, Let Me Fly that's a personal one for me. Like that's
right. But I'm saying you like, this is my thing about Slippin'. Do you like Slippin' more than Let Me Fly?
Oof. It's a toss up, man. Because Slippin', like, man, you hear that song, man. It's up there, and I have a playlist like this. It's up there with Ghosts, with All I Got Is You. It's just one of those tearjerker songs, you know, Pac with Dear Mama or So Many Tears. Like, it's just one of those emotional tracks. Like, yo, you hear it, and you just like, yo, like I can relate. Yo, I'm slipping. Yo, the first time I heard Slipping, bro, I was like, oh my God, what is this? It took you to a different place. It's one of those songs, bro. And we spoke about this before. It's one of those rap songs that I don't care what anybody said. You cannot tell me, oh, you know, you got people that hate rap music. You know, a lot of older, you know, people, older generation. You know, you got people from other genres that really shit on rap. It's like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, it's just the emotion that these brothers, the things that we go through, and you know, the hoods that we come from, the neighborhoods we come from, and these guys are putting their heart into it, and they expressing that on the track. That's not easy to do for any genre, and for you to do that as a rapper, that's why Pac and Big, you know, Pac, DMX, like they resonate with so many people, man. Because the real is it.
Pac, DMX, Beanie Siegel, Styles P.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Biggie tried it, but Biggie's not in this realm.
Nah, he's not. Nah.
He tried
I
it
mean,
with the Superstar Stars.
Juicy can make you feel that way, but
No,
it's not the same. Nah.
Juicy's more aspirational, inspirational.
Yeah.
You hit it all. Yo, you fucking smacked that, bro. You smacked that shit out the park right now. Shed So Many Tears. What Pac did with Shed So Many Tears was done before, but he epitomized whatever the hell you were trying to do before that with Shed So Many Tears. And then DMX created a whole bunch of songs, like 2 or 3 songs like that. Slippin', Let Me Fly is in that realm. You hit that shit right,
No.
smacked it on a yes.
And X got a few of those, man. And then even yo, listen, even if you're not religious, X with the prayers on his albums, like it just hit different, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
X connected with so many. And there's not too many artists that can connect with people on a personal level, like the DMXs, the Tupacs, and that's what makes them so beloved. And I can't. It's hard to argue if someone puts them in their, it's their number one favorite artist, or who, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just, I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, moving along. I mean, just that track list, that song is special. Let Me Fly. Then you got X's Coming.
That's still
That's the first album.
Yeah. I'm saying you got Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood ahead of
I don't know.
As his best album. There's no way.
Let's just keep going through this track list though, because I mean I like the way we even if whatever one is better. I could tell you if I'm wrong, but yo, just going through this track alone, just breaking down this album is dope. Like
no, okay. So Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, you have as his best album.
That can change. That can change.
It's Dark as Hell is Hot. My Niggas is not. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Not. It's
Bring Your Whole Crew. Okay, we'll go to the second song.
That's cool. Joint. That was my shit.
It is, but by the second song, wait. You're in the intro and then you're into Rough Riders Anthem by the second song. And Dark as Hell is Hot.
Yeah.
There's no, that's not even a comparison. I don't even know, to be honest, 50 is the only one who might have a better two. What comes after
wait, 50 might have a what?
50's first 2 songs on his album. They say I got an S on my chest. That's a semi-auto.
That was
okay. Might be the best intro. Okay.
Listen, hey, wait, hold on. So what you think is better? The way 50 set off his album? X set off his. Because you brought it up. I got to bring it up.
Now, there's 4 songs in the running for this. There's 4. There's only 4. 4 albums. It's All Eyes on Me.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Against what's the name? Ambitious as a Rider.
That's the best intro ever. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
Think about that. Damn. But that's
the best. Dark as Hell is Hot is amazing. This is up amazing.
There. Yeah.
Get Rich or Die Trying is up there. The Dynasty album intro by Jay-Z, it's up there. But none of them is Ambitions as a Rider. Ambitions as a Rider should have been a single. Ambitions as a Rider is a different vibe. That shit is just gangster.
I won't deny it. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to. Yo, listen. I was happy when Jay played that at his concert, and he just let everyone sing the shit.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That song is. Oh man, okay. I can't wait to do the Pac episode, but
So then, oh no, that's gonna be different.
So look, all right, let's keep going.
Nobody's gonna fuck with our podcast episode.
Yeah. So
is
all right.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood is not fucking.
All right, can we still go through the fucking track list for Is Dark and Hell Is Hot?
Okay.
Can we go through the songs? Can we?
I thought we did.
No, we didn't.
Okay, I'm sorry. So intro, Rough Riders anthem, fucking with D. You didn't like it. Look through my eyes.
That's
Get at me, dog.
Get at me, dog. Let me fly. Whew.
Okay.
X is coming. 1, 2. X is coming for you. Dun, 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 dun. That's my joint. 1, 2. X is coming for you. You ain't like that?
That was crazy. That was Frankenstein.
Oh,
that was Frankenstein. Yeah,
huh?
I thought it was Frankenstein.
Well, yo, listen, that song cannot be made now.
Who's afraid of the dog?
Yo, but the joint he said about raping the shorty, oh my god.
We can get into that now if you want. Or you want to call that later. How X,
because X has some controversial verse. He has some suspect shit too.
He's the king of controversial lyrics. Nobody is above DMX with controversial lyrics. Nobody. Yo, he was wilding. It was man. Dudes, your boys at your crib. Like, I'm not saying that. I don't repeat. Yeah. You and I
like, bro. I'm not saying that shit right there, bro.
I don't even play that song.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Oh man, what song was it yesterday? I was playing the the best of, playlist, the best of DMX, and it was one of his popular songs. And I'm like, yo, this could not be made nowadays. Like, they would have killed that.
That's on and There Was X on his hit single. He's talking about you sucking his dick as a man. DMX was uncancelable. Different level of shit right here. Okay, X is coming. Then you had the original Damien.
TP, creep with me. Come on, so I know the ad-libs.
That's some biblical shit. That's when he introduced the biblical shit.
Yeah. I'm right here, shorty, and I'm gonna hold you down. You trying to fuck?
I'm
gonna show you how. Huh?
Was that him with Drag On? That was him, right?
No, that was him. That's what I'm saying. Like, X brought back playing the two personalities, like how Big did with Give Me the Loot. Like, X killed it on Stop Being Greedy, killed it on Damien. Yo, that shit was special, bro.
Okay.
Then of course after that you got How's It Going Down, classic. Yes. I'm politicking with what?
What's crazy is that I dubbed that album. I didn't cop it. I dubbed it initially. Yeah. And Damien was the last song on the first side. How's It Going Down was the first song on the second side. And How's It Going Down to me was okay. But it's classic, yeah. And then I didn't even like that Faith was in the video and she was in the commercial. I didn't like that.
Faith was in the what?
Faith is in the video. She's in the.
How's It Going Down?
Yes.
No, that you talking about slipping? No, wait, no. What? Wait,
I'm talking about How's It Going Down. Don't do it to me.
What she was doing in the video?
She's singing the hook. How's it going down? Oh, I want to do it up. Put it up. Yes, I hated it.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Anyway, How's It Going Down is a classic because that is a classic. That's a hood nigga. No job.
With some chicken. Wondering if I'm a freak, a hood rat bitch from 25th named Tamika.
Coming through. Like,
getting my fuck on.
That's just my man. It's just
54'11", size 7, and girls, baby face. Yo, son, he was kicking it. So he was building. It's classic.
Okay.
Mickey skit. Yo, I love the Mickey skit.
So far, the first half of this album, because this album is 19 songs, the first half of it is better than Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. It's not even close.
So, all right. I mean, yeah, all right. You might be right. You're right.
This first,
keep going.
How's it going down, Mickey? The
Mickey
Mickey's crazy.
Mickey was hilarious to us on the block. Yo, I remember us playing this shit outside. And like, yo, so for some of us that ain't here before, like we did, it's me, Mickey. And nigga get shot. Like, I don't know. We just thought that shit was hilarious, man. Crime Story was okay. It's ill, but I wasn't. It was good. I wasn't the biggest fan, but I know how dope it is. But I don't play. I didn't play it like that.
But I liked it. I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. But with the technology they have today, you're able to understand that song should not be 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. Stop being greedy is a classic.
Classic.
Stop being greedy is like whatever Damien is, or it was supposed to be.
It came out. It came out first. It was his second single.
Right, but Stop Being Greedy is that the double-sided.
Yeah, he did it in the video. He was playing two characters. He played two characters in the video. That was it.
Yeah. ATF.
Classic. Boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATF. That's my shit.
ATF is another one. That shit is a movie.
Hey, yo, listen. And the way ATF fades out into "This Is For My Dogs."
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit. And yo, listen, "This Is For My Dogs." For my dogs is one of the songs that resonated with me and my peoples growing up, man. My brothers I grew up with. Like, yo, we printed the lyrics out to that shit, gave it out to each other, because that was the mindset we was in at that time. Like, yo, we more than friends. We brothers from another. Like, that shit was real, bro. We had, all of us had that shit printed out. We had it on our doors in your bedroom. Like, it was just, that's how we were feeling to this day. I got that same circle of friends. You know what I'm saying? So this album is special, man. So yeah, it's number one. It's number one, son.
Yeah, it's easily. Yeah. For My Dogs is next. I Can Feel It is not one of the best songs on the album to me, but it's cool. But that's the
Phil Collins joint.
Phil Collins sample. The prayer. I came to you hungry and tired.
Yeah.
That was
ill.
Just to let people know about some, like, in case you don't believe in God or whatever. I know we have atheists. I know we have people who just think there's an entity out there that you can't explain in life, and it's the one where, for whatever reason, there's something you're not in control of, and all the biggest theologists or historians, anybody who's psychological like that, they're gonna explain to you about this entity that's like, they'll call it luck, they'll call it fortune, and then at a certain point we called it God. And someone who's as authentic and unapologetic as DMX forfeited the fact that I don't know what I did in my life to still be alive, but damn it, I'm able to do this rap thing that came out, and I'm able to make this music. I'm able to express it to you, and all I could think is this entity that I cannot control. I'm not in control of it, and we call it God at this point in time in history of human history. And that's what he did this prayer skit. And I want to say that's the first time, definitely, in pop culture that we respected God. Madonna tried it, but ain't nobody in the history of American pop culture respected God the way that DMX did. Nobody.
I don't know. I'm not gonna argue with you right now, but I don't know. I mean, you already know how I feel.
Bring them up. Nobody said a prayer on their album. This is the most amount of attention that DMX ever garnered. It's the most amount of attention that any superstar really ever garnered. We built it up to the point where get at me, dog, pull it, all these singles, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Money, Power, Respect feature. Boom. Let me get to his first album. And this motherfucker's doing a prayer.
That shit was crazy.
And then you go, I'm gonna listen to the prayer. Because the prayer is dope.
Yeah,
it wasn't like whack.
No.
That's what made it ill. That he's praying. And we're like, yo, this shit is dope. Even if you're an atheist, you gotta bow down to it. And he was inspired by that entity that he knew he wasn't in control of. God bless him. He knew he wasn't in control of that shit. I'm not in control. This is some shit I'm not in control of. It just happens to happen. This is life. And we're going to record it. We're going to document it. And this is what it is. And I want to put it in what we consider music, whatever the hottest version of expression is right now. I'm doing it. And I'm going to tell you that there's another fucking entity that I have nothing to do with. I have no control of. And I'm going to be thankful for it and show gratuitous or be gracious about it. Nobody in the history of pop culture has ever shown this much love to God ever as much as DMX. I haven't seen it. I haven't found it. And if you do find it, it's not going to be as good.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I mean, I hear you. I respect everything you said. I respect DMX's stance. You know, yeah, man. Like, listen, I don't care like what your ideology is or what your understanding is. Like, the prayer was ill. Like, for X to put that on the album, like Cass was like, yo, after Damien, after all these songs, my man starts praying at the end of the album. Like, that was a heavy moment. And that's one of those moments why, like, DMX is beloved by so many people. You know what I'm saying? Because he connected with people on a different level. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got to look back. I don't know. I'm not going to argue with you.
Look for it.
I gotta look back.
I did. I dare you. I look back to the Beatles. I look back to everybody in pop culture. We're going to go into a deep dive about American, where we are right now, about Hollywood. This is all Hollywood to me. Even with this is the conflict with DMX that DMX had, because he was so authentic. Like, yo, this is such bullshit. I forgot what the convo was. Oh, the convo was crazy.
Yeah, that was like a continuation of the prayer.
Yeah.
He was talking to God.
I don't remember an artist or any popular figure having this, especially one that you wouldn't have expected to have a relationship with God.
Right.
That's DMX embodied just like Tupac. He embodied the relationship between a human and the spiritual aspect. He embodied that shit. He bridged it. Yeah. Just in case you forgot that this is the human aspect of real life right now, where I will rob, I will steal, stay out the dark, all that shit. Just in case you forgot, yo, that shit you talking about God from 2,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, 8,000 years ago. That shit is real. And you're like, what? You're saying that? Mike Tyson, listen. The illest quote from God I ever heard in my life is when Mike Tyson said, I don't even want to believe in it, but I believe in it. Trust me, I wouldn't be alive. And it was like, oh my God. What the fuck? For me.
Yeah, I hear you.
DMX was just like that. He was like Mike Tyson. Like Pac was like that, but DMX was like that.
Yo, listen, what Jay Electronica said, you could find Christ where the lepers and the lames at. Like, yo, I mean, you read the Bible, Jesus was amongst the worst of the worst. He was a poor righteous teacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was in the ghetto. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking to the thieves, the hustlers, like the sinners, like that's how he got down. You got to reach those people. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the 5%ers, man. Father Allah, he went to the babies in the hood, went to the kids in the hood to teach, you know what I'm saying? Like 120 in mathematics and stuff like that. But I mean, it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta do dirt to get dirt, or just gotta talk to those people. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go through some shit to understand and relate to those people to try to bring them, you know what I mean? Show them a better way. And X, he did that, son. He did that.
He was the Reverend. Do you have what album ended better? What album ended better than that?
That is and I've gone on record in saying this. And if you know me, like I know my friends in my old hood on the block, they know that this DMX record and that DMX verse is one of my favorite. I personally think that's DMX's best verse ever. And I'll debate it all day. The way X killed that song, first of all, the song in general, from everybody, the Locks, Mace, X, they all killed it. That's one of the best posse cuts ever in hip hop. Hands down, bro. Like, I'll put that in the top 10 posse cuts or wherever you want to place it. It's just that great because they all murdered that. The beat is ill. Like the whole niggas done started on the hook. And the way X comes off, and I gotta recite the whole joint, man. Okay. Like my brother passed. My brother Powerful Mount Allah. Like on our block when we had a celebration, they played that because that was one of the songs that we grew up on. We played that. They recorded me spitting that, bro. Like just the emotions from that. Like just the way X delivered that verse. Don't come at me with no bullshit. Use cautions. When I wet shit, I dead shit. Like abortions for bigger portions of extortion and racketeering. Fuck what he said. Fuck what you heard, that's what you hearing. How much darker must it get? How much harder must it spit? See, if your hardest nigga spit when I talk a lot of shit. I like pussy, but not up in my face, so give me 3 feet. So when we creep no more than 3 deep, niggas see sheep. Bloodhounds found your shit buried in the mud. Follow with traces of gunpowder, residue, and blood. A positive ID is possible. So John Doe's, what they gonna be putting on that tag on your toe? Now who gonna tell your mother her baby's under recovery in the mall stiff as law? Yo, son. I can say the whole thing, man. But
Surgery's what I came for. That was that sticky finger shit right there, by the way.
Huh?
That was like some sticky finger shit right there.
Yeah.
That part, surgery with the chainsaw. For whatever reason, I feel that. Anyway.
Man, I hit the fucking streets. It's like I said before, ain't nothing going down until I eat. Motherfuckers think it's all about impressing bitches and stressing bitches. Well, I'm testing bitches game, addressing bitches and caressing bitches. And dealing with motherfuckers. What I'm dealing with is all devils. Fucking with snakes. One of the niggas you call rebels. I got 730 niggas, 30 niggas doing buried, and 30 niggas are like the worry niggas. It's scary niggas get it all the time. Your man was talking shit until I pulled the 9. If I don't know you, I don't fuck with you.
And if you were my man, you can't
stuck with you. Then gave it the money because I just lost my mind when he crossed the line. Put his back to his chest and I tossed the 9. Boss of crime, Black Gotti. I stacked bodies with the black shotty, bitch ass niggas that act snotty.
Snotty could get it. Yo, these niggas ain't real. These niggas ain't playing.
Son, he bodied that.
You got that as his best verse ever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Nah, good look. I pulled up best features, best collab. We here now. Because if you're gonna rank the albums, I ranked the third album as his third. I think the way his albums went or the way they're ranked. And, the third album is like, it was produced really well, but it was like the beats were almost, if they would have had those beats on his first album, it would have made it a different level.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like he was already You had to catch him. He was this vibe. He had a vibe.
The third album is his highest selling record.
Of course, Party Up.
Party Up. What's My Name?
What's My Name is the first single.
What These Bitches Want.
Oh my! Hold on, we can't get.
Brenda, Letitia.
What do we get?
Alicia, Dawn, LaShawn.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do the features first or the rank? Finish the ranking the albums first.
Nah, all right. So then let's
finish ranking the album. Yeah. Okay. So the third album is the third. The third is, and then there was X. It was his third album, and it's his third best album. The first song was "What's My Name."
Yep.
That was really a play on the shit on the Rough Riders album.
What?
I'm coming through when he's talking about a barbecue. Oh my god, we just talked about it.
Some X shit.
Yes.
Oh, they closed the Rough Riders album with that.
Yes.
Crazy.
I felt like, hold on, Rough Riders. Okay.
Niggas really want drama? Word to my mama. I'ma hit y'all niggas with something that you ain't never felt. Like, yo, bro, we played that all summer, yeah. All spring and summer.
But I thought, okay, that led into What's My Name?
Yes.
It's the same song.
Yeah. You're right. Yep.
I don't know which one is better.
Ooh.
I don't know which one is better.
What's My Name is the bigger one, but I probably enjoy some X shit more.
Lyrically, yes.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, I don't know, because What's My Name? He is saying he's just again that sarcastic New York robber. Like, yo, bro, I'm here. You know, I rob people for a living. Do not make this harder than it gotta be. That's what it was. And then by the time you got 3 albums just robbing me, and you still robbing me. So that's how he led the album off. We're still robbing you. Nigga, what's my name? And he's
DMX.
still yeah.
Yo.
He's the best. It's like,
man.
Stop talking shit.
Yo.
Just to be able to hear a dude tell you that, oh my. Here we go again.
How many times? He's rapping about y'all holding figures as big as jiggers. That's that bullshit. Like, yo. X was screaming at niggas, son. Like, and I love it, bro. I love it, bro.
And that's how the fucking hype for the third album started off. What do you think we felt? I was 15, 16. What do you think we were doing in the classroom at that point?
Wilding. Barking. So yo, it was a different time, man. But yo, Flesh of My Flesh, man, it had some joints on there, man.
It did.
Like, we don't give a fuck.
Oh, we skipped it?
Yeah, we skipped it. We did. Huh? Nah, we ain't do Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. My Niggas was a good intro. It wasn't the best intro. What's up?
Val told me she's trying to go to sleep.
Oh,
you're gonna have to suffer. You're gonna have to suffer.
Yeah, I mean, yo, bring your whole crew. Like, again, talking about robbing dudes. Ain't no way. Ain't no way they can stop my shine. Ain't no way they gonna. Yo, that I don't care. That we don't give a fuck with Styles and Jada. He's talking about he's what? It's not what?
That's not your ex. Fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't your dogs.
Yes.
That's the same song?
Yes. Used to be my dog. You was in my left titty. Scream, ride or die. Thought you would die with me. Found out you a bitch. You can't even ride with me. Now it's a war. You ain't on the side with me. When it rains, niggas get wet. Stay dry. You said it earlier. You quoted that earlier. Yo, listen. Yo, Styles verse. They talking. You know, they talking about Ja Rule and Gotti. Yo, that was like the first time.
I don't know if he's talking about Gotti.
You talking about Earl, are you talking about Ja Rule?
Yes, because Gotti produced the song.
He did?
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But yo.
Yeah, he did.
Yo. When I heard that Styles verse, I was like, yo. Even then, we was like, yo, he gotta be like, yo, he talking about Ja Rule? Like, yo, I remember the rumors, the buzz. And come to find out, yeah, that's what it was, man. That Styles verse, yo, X, fuck them niggas. Them niggas ain't your dogs.
Yeah, slipping. You don't give a fuck. Keep your shit the hardest. I blackout, flesh in my flesh. Heat.
Oh man, blackout with Jay and the Locks.
I still, to be honest, I had, and then there was X as the second best album.
You know what? I wouldn't argue that. I wouldn't argue that. The highs is more. The highs are bigger than the ones on Flesh of My Flesh.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's how I always felt. I always.
Yo, and let me tell you a secret. Like, yo, when and then there was X came out. It came out the fourth quarter of '99. I think it was November or December. Mm-hmm. And I know it came out right before Volume 3, Jay's Volume 3. And me and Mel, like, yo, we loved And Then There Was X. I played that heavy. I'm going to buy it. I bought it from Beach Street, downtown Brooklyn. Yo, we played that album like it was no tomorrow. I enjoyed that album more than I did Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. And that was then. I even enjoyed at that point, which is crazy. I haven't told a lot of people this. When I heard Jay's what was the single with Beans and Emil, Let's Do It Again.
Oh yeah.
I was like, nah, this shit ain't fucking with X shit. I was like totally anti Volume 3. And me and Mel was rocking with And Then It Was X for a minute. And then like January, like towards the end of January, I started playing Volume 3. And then I was like, yo, what the fuck was I thinking?
Makes sense. Because remember, Volume 3 had, there's a bootleg to it.
Yeah, it's a bootleg. Yeah, it's 2 versions.
But I think And Then There Was X was better because And Then There Was X was just, like I said, I don't know. It wasn't every song was a Swiss Beat song.
No.
Here We Go Again. I love Here We Go Again.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. Yep.
One More Road to Cross. The Professional.
The Professional was my shit.
But even then, all that shit to me was a lot. It's very overproduced. Lyrically, and this is the problem I think we're gonna run into with a lot of like albums in general. Lyrically, Flesh of My Flesh is probably better than And Then There Was X. But the combination of wherever DMX was headed with the upped version of production for And Then There Was X.
Mm-hmm.
It was better. It made better than Volume 2. It just did. And if Def Jam and Rough Riders really were able to commit to DMX earlier, they would have had a better first album, an even better first album. But I have And Then There Was X as his second best album. Best? Yeah.
I think you know what? I think we have the same order.
Because what bitches want, to be honest, what these bitches want is probably better than every song on The Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
It's definitely bigger than any song on that album, yeah.
I'm not concerned about Bigger. I'm talking about when you listen to what these bitches. Okay, now we gotta get into the story of not too much of a story of what these bitches want. What these bitches want from a nigga. All I heard was, yo, DMX got a song with Cisco. Cisco was the blonde haired gay looking dude from Drew Hill.
Listen, at that time, Drew Hill and Cisco was Thong Song had came out. Cisco was the man. And I don't care, motherfuckers. Yeah, we spoke about Cisco that way, but yo, he was big. He was big.
Okay. But
what? Go ahead.
But you did not expect a Cisco and DMX song.
Remember, I mean, listen.
None of us did.
Nah. I mean, you gotta think about it though. Listen, we're forgetting. Drew Hill they had two big songs with Def Jam. The Nutty Professor, not the Nutty Professor soundtrack. Yes. The Rush Hour soundtrack with Redman, that was huge.
Yeah.
And the Thong Song, Cisco was going solo. They had the Thong Song was out, and it was another song they had that was crazy. And yo, they was just like it was it. They had the joint with Will Smith, which is the Wild Wild West bullshit, but
Drew Hill was the shit. But I still did. Okay, all that being said, as a casual fan, it made sense. As a DMX fan, as an underground rap fan, it did not make sense for Cisco and DMX to make a song together.
I don't remember feeling any way about that.
I did. This is what I'm saying.
Even Castle, the hardest dudes on my block, we didn't give a fuck. That shit was dope because we knew he was talking about some bitch.
But that's when you heard it. But that no. That's when you
heard it. But all right. Go ahead. Speak your piece.
Before we gotta be Young Thug and these dudes are allowed to wear dresses now and change their hair color now. That was not the case in the 90s. It was very judgmental still, and people will not say that, but it was. The 80s were it might have been less judgmental, but people really just
Prince.
Yeah. Yes. But really it was just you just going in your lane in the club and you just chilling or whatever it was. In the 90s, people were still judgmental to the point where DMX was on one side and Cisco was on the other side. And he was bleaching his hair blonde and all the other shit. And then when you heard DMX has a song with Cisco, what? What are you talking about? And then Flex played that shit?
I get it, but listen, I don't remember. I'm being honest. I don't.
I remember thinking, what the fuck is DMX gonna do with Cisco? And then you heard it. Dun 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 dun.
And Nokio did the beat from Drew Hill.
Underrated producer.
Underrated.
As soon as that shit hit the speakers, you went, oh, DMX did not sell out whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why.
It was straight. Hey yo, dog.
Especially when you heard the second verse, everyone was like, "Yo, this is different."
But nobody.
What happened?
Nobody was really not that nobody was doing that. It was unexpected. It was unexpected for DMX and Cisco to make a song together.
Same way it was unexpected for DMX to be praying on albums and shit. I mean.
Not as it that wasn't a shock to me.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, to me,
to you, it was shocking.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was shocking because I just knew how much Drew Hill was working with Def Jam at that time, man.
That's like, okay, but I didn't think about that. They were making hits.
Motherfuckers are still rocking with it.
But I didn't think about that. I wasn't paying attention to the label aspect of it. I wasn't. Okay. I was still a casual fan, to be honest. Now that you're putting me in my place, in terms of as a casual listener, I'm like, mention Cisco. Just the shock value of it, and just the fact that this is not just a legit hit, bro. This is not just a legit. How's it going down? This is better than how's it going down.
Yeah.
And then not only is it better than how's it going down, this is the epitome of misogyny.
Yeah.
Whatever they talk about, whatever they say misogyny is, this is
the flack that caught too, like for that song. Yeah. I mean, not amongst hip hop fans, but it was a lot of women that spoke out about that song. What these bitches want from the hook itself.
Yo,
I hate bitches.
He didn't say I hate bitches.
What did he say?
Yo, dog, shit. I made bitches. Greet bitches.
Bitches.
Cocoa Puff, sweet bitches.
Bitches. Eat bitches. But not me. Not D. Yo. It was Brenda.
What these bitches want from my nigga. Listen, I don't remember any backlash like that.
It was backlash.
No.
Not as much as you think, but it was some noise.
I don't recall any. And the reason why is that, again, DMX is the true talent. Cisco at that time is the true talent. When you have true talent, it defeats anything you got to say about anything.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, this song.
That's across the board.
This shit, you play this song right now, you go, word. What these bitches want. There's no way around it.
Ain't no making that shit now. Try.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Anybody can make it. A hit is a hit. When you make a song that people feel, I don't care where you're from. I don't care what race you are. I don't care about. It's the feeling. That song. It was Brenda, Letitia.
Linda, Alicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Alicia, Monica, Karen, Nikki, Teresa, some shit. Cookie, I met her in an ice cream parlor. Diane, Lori, and Carla. About 3 Kims, Latoya, and Tisha. Yo, he killed that shit. I used to know every chick on there. But man, yeah, I think we covered it. So I don't really count the albums that came out after that because it was just started going like the progression.
I agree, but the It's Dark as Hell Is Hot is his first best album.
Number 1.
Then there was X, in my opinion. I think
number 2
crossed over. Number 2.
I agree.
Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, number 3, and then every album after that, in the order that it came out, is the order that we rank it. Because it was not Champ.
Well said.
Yeah, we have to deep dive into it.
So,
and after that, we were trying to get into the collabs and shit.
Let's do it. Best features, best collabs. You want to go first?
Number 5.
Yeah, start 5 down to 1. Yep.
Yo, my number 5 is Murdergram.
Ooh. Yeah, I have one of the other. I have It's Murder on there, but go ahead.
It's Murder. Which one? I'm not gonna lie.
It's Murder is the one that X kills Jay and Ja.
Which one is that? I'm too cut bitch.
It's Murder is on I think that was on Ja's album. Because I think Murdergram was on Streets is Watching, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever one that creeping around corners, like Shorty, creeping around Warners. So let me gunning through. I think his verse on It's Murder on Streets is Watching is way better. Because he killed Jay and Ja Rule.
But I thought Streets is Watching took the. See, I always got confused with that.
Yeah, because It's Murder, that one is from Ja Rule's album.
Okay.
Yeah. Murder. It's Murders on Streets is Watching. I think X.
But I got the same one. Yeah. You got that as number 5 also?
No.
Okay.
No.
So we'll get to you in a second.
Yep.
For me, all right, that's number 5. And I probably that's the one I got as number 5. It's Murder. Sorry, not Murdergram. Number 4 to me is 24 Hours to Live.
Damn, we got the same one at 4.
24 Hours to Live is 24 left until my death.
Yeah. I'm gonna cherish every breath.
The thing about DMX, and again, I don't know if there is anyone other than Tupac and DMX that have had in the last rap hour I can even remember that has the action packed personal life and the life story or whatever on the same level along with damn near superstardom songs is Gucci Mane. I don't remember anybody in between that time that can even, but those two,
Yeah,
Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, in my opinion, is
I mean, some people
DMX.
Some people might say 50.
50's third on there,
Yeah,
but 50's not as unapologetic and he's not as authentic.
Yeah, nah. I agree. I'm just saying, like, just the action part, like the life, getting shot.
Until they become famous. Because Pac was doing crazy shit when he was famous. He was young. Right. But he was just as young. When he was young. Tupac was younger than both of them.
Yeah.
He was doing the shit that they were doing when they were young. But the time period that we knew them for, DMX was the action-packed star. And 24 Hours to Live embodied that.
Yeah.
24 Hours to Live. Once you hear, if somebody asks you, if you had, just like Puff starts a song, if you had 24 hours to live, what would you do? 24 left till my death. I'm gonna waste a lot of lives, and I ain't gonna
cherish every breath.
I'm gonna cherish every breath. I know exactly what I'm doing.
And shit that I've been doing, like I know what he said. He said, he's going to hell. Like I'm gonna send you there first,
and I'm gonna send you there worse. I'm living with a curse.
It's all about the end.
No, it's all about the end.
Say hello to my little friend.
He had a movie like life, background, and everything. And 24 hours of the body that. I'm gonna blow up a couple buildings in Wall Street to a fog. This is before 9/11.
Yeah. Out with a bang. You will remember my name.
I wanted to live forever, but this wasn't fame.
Yeah. Yo.
For everybody that doesn't understand that, there was a show called Fame. And the theme song to Fame was I Want to Live Forever.
Yes.
Fame. And DMX said, I wanted to live forever, but this wasn't fame. Yes. Fame was a big
show. Debbie Allen. Leroy. Yeah.
When we were kids, I was a baby. And DMX mentioned that shit. That shit hit a fucking note. That shit hit a chord. And he was a grown ass man. Yeah. Number 3 for me was Niggas Done Started Something.
Woo. But that's not a feature. That's his song.
A feature and a collab. I got features and collabs.
Oh, see, you ain't explain it to me like that.
I did. If you want to rewrite your shit. Rewrite your shit.
Yeah, because I just get guest verses. That's features. You know what I'm saying? Like, Niggas Done Started Something. That's his song. I mean, it's a posse. That's his song.
I don't think that's his best verse for me.
What's his best verse? What do you think is his best verse?
4 3 2 1 was number 2 for me.
That's his best verse?
Not that it's his best. I don't think Niggas Done Started Something is his best verse.
Lyrically?
Yeah, lyrically. I don't
what do you think it is? Which one do you think it is?
He has a lot.
No.
Yes. He has a lot.
Name one.
I just mentioned him. The Murdergram shit, the 24 Hours to Live, 4 3 2 1, and I'm about to finish it.
That Murdergram verse is not even better than it's Murder verse. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, that's cool. I'm sorry, not the Murdergram. It's Murder. All of those embody like this, the thief, the robber from New York in the 90s. I don't know how they do now. But that Niggas Done Started Something.
How is that not embody all of that?
It does, but it wasn't as sarcastic. Niggas, I got it at number 3, bro, for him.
How is it sarcastic?
Because, I'm sorry?
How do you have no sarcasm in that? I'll tell you I'll tell you some lines.
Not like 4-3-2-1. Not like I ain't your friend, Poppy. Not like that.
I ain't your friend, Poppy. Run up and see it's murder.
Okay.
It's murder.
Even that was more sarcastic. That is New York to me. DMX was New York City. DMX was New York City, mid 90s, early 90s. That was DMX embodied that. And he embodied it in every verse. Niggas done started something is up there. Number 3. Number 2 for me was 4-3-2-1. That 4-3-2-1, that's the first time I ever heard him. That I remember hearing him. And that Stay Out the Dark. Because if I catch it when the sun is down, when the clown come up off that. It was... He was just dropping, it's better to give. Don't be a stupid nigga. Learn a lesson. I'm going to get you either way. Because it's better to give. Let me get what's in your sock. I think I just mixed it up. Let me get what's in your sock. It's better to give than receive.
Believe when I say it, when I tell you. No one can smell you. When the lights is out, they gonna come back on. This ain't no flick. They ain't gonna come back on. You ain't that strong. You knew you was wrong, but you asked for it, baby.
The way he was saying it was like, is he really robbing me in real time in the middle of a verse? It was too much. And then for me, my number one feature collaboration is Pull It with Cameron. I don't know if I've played a song more than Pull It, a DMX song. Pull It is for me where my dog's at. Cam killed it. People don't understand what Cam was before he went to The Rock. For me, for him to be on it with DMX, it was a different level. I played that song a million times when they came out. I played that song recently at least 20 straight times. It is the epitome of DMX, in my opinion. You listen to the song and you go, damn, I feel like I'm in the middle of a movie. It's a score. That's what Pull It is. That's what DMX was, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's just, Pull It was a different level. Even with Cameron killed it.
Cam killed it.
Cam killed it. DMX, it was amazing. It's a classic. It's not talked about enough. I love it. That's my number one collab feature with DMX.
All right, so let me get into my top 5 features. I ain't do collabs. Number 5, I had 4-3-2-1. We just built on it. Like, that was the first time, like, we really, like, paid attention. Like, because, it was a big song, big feature song. LL, Cannabis, X, Red and Meth, and, of course, the controversy with LL and Cannabis, and then they end up putting Master P on the joint. I remember that.
Turn my lights on. Time to get rowdy.
From New York to about it. But anyway, I had 4-3-2-1 at 5. You kind of broke it down why it was special. That was really the first time like we really got to know and hear X and really pay attention to him. Number 4, we both agreed, 24 Hours to Live. Like, the video, and I think me and you spoke about, I think you said it on one of the podcasts. X was in the mud in the video. Like, he was just so animated. 24 left until my death. He's in the mud. Only one in the mud. Down dirty. Like, he just, that encapsulates his whole shit. Like, I'm knee deep in this shit. Like, I come from the dirt. Like, he's the one in the mud. 24 Hours to Live. 24 left until my death. Like, it's just that energy, man. That was like something that was missing. Like, we didn't have since Pac. Like that, just that real raw energy and passion from an artist, from a rapper. And X encapsulated that. And that 24 Hours to Live verse is one of those that definitely did that. Number 3.
I'm gonna waste a lot of lives and I'm gonna cherish every breath.
Number 3. Now, the first time I heard this song was DJ Clue, and they premiered it the night before this album dropped. We knew about it was gonna come out, but we didn't hear the song. And I think Clue played it because this is back in Monday Night Mixtape was obviously Monday, and albums back then was still coming out on Tuesday. Yo, Money Cash Hoes with Jay-Z on Hard Knock Life. Like I think people were waiting for that feature. I mean, because you knew about It's Murder and Murdergram and all that, but nah, X is X now. It's Dark as Hell is Sky is out now. Like X is that dude. And then you know what I'm saying, having him on the J album, like it helped put that album over the top. Like that was a big record. And the reaction it got. I remember going to school the next day, and even on my block, like, yo, you heard X? Money Cash, oh, you heard that shit? Jigga, my nigga, rhyme all night, dog for life. Like that shit was huge, bro. What?
I'm not gonna lie, like Money, to be honest with you, for me, Money Cash Hoes didn't have that, like the song did.
You forget it. Nah, son.
I'm saying listen. And for like everyone around me at that point was like, X didn't really say much.
And that's not about that. It's not about the lyrics. It's
for
about
us, it was.
Nah, bro, it wasn't like that for everybody, bro. I'm telling you. That record, he made that. He helped sell that album. That feature helped sell that album.
Okay.
Like that was a big moment. Like when Clue played it, it was big. It was the fact that he did it. It was that feature. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Me, I'm saying what you had at number 5 again?
I had 4 3 2 1.
4 3 2 1. And number 4 was 24 Hours to Live.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. We gotta pause.
Go ahead.
Number 3.
Oh, damn, man.
You got Money Cash Holes at number 3?
Yep. Yes, sir.
That's bug to me.
No, it ain't. Shocked. Hey, it's my list, nigga. Oh man, yo, it's crazy because for that number 1 spot, no, actually the number 2 spot, yeah, I'm still undecided, and I even have it on paper undecided. Oh man, number 2 is damn. You can go either way with this shit. Because I mean, for me, it's the features. It's like how big they were. Like Money, Power, and Respect was a big feature. It was a big song for the Locks. It's big for Bad Boy. Got Kim on there. Got X delivering one of his best features. That song was just a big song, man. Like I had that with number 2, battling Pull It. I have Pull It and Money, Power, Respect battling it out for the number 2 spot. Pull It is like the same way. Me and you feel the same way. Like I just played the other day when I found out that they had it on Tidal. I played it. I recorded myself listening to it. I got a video for that. I played that shit like on repeat because it's been so long since I like heard it and like blasted that shit. Like, oh my God, it took me to a different place, man. It took me back to 98. And I was such a big Cam fan. I was one of the few people that actually liked Confessions of Fire.
Not a few. There's a lot of people in New York that like Confessions of Fire, bro.
Yeah. Outside of New York. Yeah. But anyway, I was disappointed that it wasn't on Confessions of Fire, man. I was like, wow. Like that was one of the reasons why I copped that album too. Like, yo, just hoping that, you know, you get to play that song, man. It was such a big song to me because they were both on the rise. You know, especially X and Cam, like they killed it. It's one of the best, one of my favorite hip hop songs, period. Um, and then number one, I got Murdergram.
Really?
Yes. Yo, that verse, when I heard it, I was like, yo, it's no denying. And yo, between Murdergram and his niggas done started some verse, those two right there, I'm a cruddy nigga, growing raw dog and dirty bitches. And if I get burnt, I'm giving that shit to 30 bitches. You say you know a nigga like me, guess again, Poppy. I might smile up in your face, but I ain't your friend, Poppy. Yo, jump out the 1500 like run it. Niggas don't want it. Get it, done it. When I'm blunted, heaven went down, I made it happen. I made it scrapping. Yo, I made it fussing, bussing. I made it capping. Like, he bodied Jay and Ja Rule on that. Like that verse is just, it was so raw. It was so raw, bro. He encapsulated it all. That's my number one, Murdergram.
I get it. I understand that because it was from 97 to 90. In the underground from 97 to 99, DMX was the man. He was a superstar. He embodied what the New York rapper, the guy that we wanted to be at the top. It wasn't the Macy's, it wasn't the Jay-Z's, it was DMX.
He was the underdog. The underdog story, like his whole story. You want him to succeed. You want him to overcome. Like I mean, everyone loves an underdog story.
Yep. And again, I don't know if, it's the perfect time period for it because it came after Pac died in 96. And I don't even know if it's that serious. It's just a matter of the same thing with Kobe and Michael Jordan. One guy came after the other. But it was to the point where I didn't even realize he met Tupac. And he talked about that he talked about it on the Drink Champs I think he was on Drink Champs twice. And definitely when he was on there, he was talking about how he seen Tupac in LA. He was mad cool. But the OG lyrics to Get At Me, Dog, are about Tupac. I remember hearing that back then. And I was like, what the fuck is DMX? And he was talking about the flight. And instead of, he changed it from K Solo. I think either from K Solo, hey, that nigga K Solo could suck my dick. Yeah. Or he said, hey, that nigga Tupac could suck my dick. He was talking about the flight or whatever it was. Supposedly, it was the time of the flight and the date of the flight that Tupac was flying into New York City.
Oh, shit.
That was, right. That was what that lyric was about. Okay. But I'm not sure if Def Jam really was comparing him to Tupac. But in my opinion, if you're a record label, you're not the creative, and you're just looking at it from the business standpoint, and you saw Tupac just died, you have a bald, tattooed, thug life kind of dude on your label who's possibly going to be a superstar. They have so many comparisons. The bald, aggressive, lost soul, passion. You hit it on the nose with Shed So Many Tears. They had this lost soul, just the other side to a person where you're dark and you're lost and you're down.
Yeah.
The down and out spirit of a human being. Yeah. They embodied that. And DMX reminded us of that. Tupac kind of left that, or he planted that flag in rap. It was there before, maybe, where I wish I was a little bit taller or whatever other records that you
Stilo.
But Pac kind of like he did it for the dude from anywhere in the country, especially a black person, right? Who was just feeling down and just feeling out. And he had that with Shed So Many Tears. I forget, just you hit that right on the nose. And DMX had 2 or 3 anthems that were just like that, with Slipping and Let Me Fly. So that Bipolar, even on Get At Me, Dog, it was a little just that type of person. What do you feel like? Did we fall for a gimmick? Did we fall for like the promotion of the company? Or
listen, I never, like, of course the comparisons are easy visually because they're both bald headed, like you said, tattoos. But yo, X was just being X. And yo, motherfuckers just sniffed that out. Like, all right, this dude being a photocopy, a carbon copy of Pac. Nah, X had his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he spoke from his perspective. It wasn't from anyone else. He wasn't trying to copy anyone else. He was a dude from Yonkers. You know what I mean? Coming up in the hood, stick up kid, ain't had nothing. You know what I'm saying? He came up in the ranks, hustling, grinding. Like, that was his perspective. Like, he was just being true to himself. I never got that from him, that yo, he was trying to be another Pac. I mean, yeah, to people, they probably seen that visually, like, oh, he's boy too. Like, yo, he got that passionate drive. He trying to get. Nah, man, X had his own thing, man. I mean, of course, and then the other comparison, he started acting. That Belly, Cradle to the Grave, Exit Wounds, all those other movies that came out after that. But man, X was just a star. He was just a natural born star. It was just raw, same way Pac was. Like, there's certain talent you ain't gonna be able to hold down. And when X came out and he came into the game, it was just like he was a force. There was no stopping that. There was no stopping that. I just think that he just organically, he was just naturally gifted. Like, he was just had that it quality about him, and he resonated with so many people the same way Pac did. So those comparisons are always gonna come up. But as far as music wise, they were 2 separate entities, man. So yeah, I never took it that way.
I mean, I have a whole other opinion about I think Tupac is. You would have to take 3 or 4 or 5 artists to come and combine them to even create a Tupac, in my opinion. That guy was 25 years old and he died. DMX was 26, 27 when he blew up. But I do think Def Jam definitely
banked on it.
Yeah. They saw Bald Head, Bandana, Thug Dude. They saw that and because they didn't, it was 97, 98 then they were starting to push him. Like, it was just pushed after Pac was dead. It was way too coincidental. He was signed to Def Jam at the same time DMX was, that Pac was out. And it's not like they didn't know about the Interscope relationship. We could get into that. We're going to get into a deep dive about that too, about Interscope and Universal.
They're the same damn
right.
shit.
Universal made money off Death Row and Bad Boy.
Yeah.
And it's like that. I don't want to. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant is so hard to even say. I wouldn't want to just leave it like that because DMX was not Kobe Bryant, where he saw Michael Jordan now. He wanted to be like him. No, DMX.
Yeah.
Especially being from New York, is like Tupac did not seem like a New Yorker. DMX was definitely a New Yorker.
Even though Pac's first rap name was MC New York.
Right. But it wasn't. It was DMX felt like a New Yorker, and it was. But you definitely, the comparison was obvious. And then Tupac is probably the most influential rapper of all time.
Yes,
and he paved that the way for that, and it paved the path for DMX. I'm not sure if Tupac didn't exist. If he did not exist, I'm not sure if a DMX would have been as successful. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a cause and effect.
Sure.
There's a cause and effect. I mean, that's Pac's influence, and we're gonna definitely get into that. I mean, that could be said about a lot of artists. I mean, like, is there a Kobe Bryant if there's no Jordan? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a cause and effect. Like, you know what I'm saying? These dudes are here, and then there's the after that dude. Like, what comes after that? Like, the effect they have on the game and the influence they have on the game. Like, what happens if you take that person out, that influential figure out of the picture? Do we even have these artists or these athletes? Like, you don't know. I mean, but man, Pac his influence is heavy. It's heavy, man. Definitely the most influential rapper.
And I don't know if DMX influenced half as many rappers as Tupac.
Nah, not at all.
I don't think so. And I just think either A, DMX was that original that he couldn't be copied, or B, he was just a part of that path. But he's still, when you listen to his songs, it's not like he reminds you of Tupac, but
No.
with the songs, like you wouldn't, but they kind of do. It's in the same realm of
like the passion and the realness.
Yeah, authenticity. I think he was more unapologetic and more authentic than Tupac. Actually,
yes. Yeah,
DMX and ODB might be the most authentic rappers of all time. I don't think there are
that's
more.
A good point.
I mean, they were both drugged up. It seems like from it's documented, people have spoken about it. Drugs play a factor, but I don't think anyone is more authentic than those two, especially in street rap culture.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
It's a good point.
I just don't. But that was a minor beef. Like, I remember that hearing the OG lyrics to "Get at Me, Dog" at that time, and I was like, oh shit! Like, he was like, the East West shit was really real. Like, that's how stupid we were in 96, 97 that we created that dumbass. We tried to follow that dumbass beef. But speaking of beef, you mentioned it used to be my dog.
The Ja Rule.
Yeah, Ja Rule. That was kind of like, and I wanted to talk about that because it was DMX was somebody that, to be honest, I was trying to hint to that before with. We really didn't speak on anybody who had a drug problem, and you were a rap artist. These guys were smoking weed and drinking liquor, and we just, keep smoking and keep drinking.
I mean, listen, from the hood, that was the norm. That was the norm. So we ain't think none of it. They just talking about what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that real. I mean, even Wu-Tang to me, they was, when it came to drug use, smoking woolies, smoking sets, like, that shit was cocaine in your weed. You know what I'm saying? Crack in your weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. Like, yo, that shit was real. So let's forget about that part. I mean,
so now imagine DMX blows up. He's the biggest rapper on earth, and we don't know that he has a drug problem. We don't know.
I didn't know about that. I know especially the crack part. We didn't know about him doing no crack. That shit fucked me up when I first found out.
In 1998, 1999, in the year 2000, you have a crack problem?
Yo.
And really, it got confirmed after Ja Rule and him had that beef.
Yeah.
And it was short-lived. And I think that even with that being said, even something like that, again, fear can control us in a sense that, we can't talk about DMX having a crack problem. In 1999, throughout his whole that run, they didn't speak on it. DNY, as real as they weren't real about that.
Because listen, it went against all the image. Crack was not a thing. A rapper, a superstar rapper like DMX, somebody like that was using weed. Okay, we can tolerate the weed and liquor. We tolerate that. Crack. Nigga, we sold crack. Like, yo, how you know what I'm saying? Like, you're basically this era, these kids are using all these drugs. Like, back then in that era, you weren't being the abuser. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you was the seller. You wasn't the abuser, especially of crack. So that was like, It was that was taboo.
but it was a lie.
It was a
And
lie.
it was a lie. And DMX, his story, unfortunately, we didn't have, like you said, we weren't advanced enough in that from that aspect. Because imagine if we would have been able to just talk about that the way we are now. Also,
Yeah.
I don't remember anyone mentioning a manic depressant with extreme paranoia. Hey, dog, I got something for you. That's his first single. He's talking about being bipolar, what we call bipolar now. DMX was talking about that
Wait, that was
24 years ago. That's Get At Me, dog.
No, was it?
Yes, it. Oh, I'm sorry. That was his first album. What's on y'all niggas' mind?
Yeah, fucking with D.
He took. That's the first time I can remember the term
Manic depressive.
Yeah, manic depressant with extreme manic depressant. That is what they call bipolar disorder today.
Mm.
So imagine what DMX was called that. Probably he was diagnosed in jail. Guarantee it. I don't even have to look it up. I'll guarantee they diagnosed him in jail with it. And back then in Rikers, and this is what happened in New York City in Rikers Island. They used to separate the people who were diagnosed with certain mental illnesses.
Yeah.
Right? Today it's not like that. They mix everyone together. So that's something else that is now all of a sudden becoming it's not taboo anymore to talk about because of social media and everything.
Yeah, it's a different time.
Right. So DMX with the crack problem and now with the mental illness disorder, two things that were not talked about for someone who was such a big artist, who made that much of an impact on people in general. And
that just goes to show you, like, it's a disease, man. You know, drugs, alcoholism, like it's a disease, man. Like, and it's no one's immune to it. I don't care who you are, what place, what status, caste system, wherever you at in your life, how much money you got. There's no escaping that, man. And the fame monster is another one. That's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The price of fame and just the glitz and the glam, the money, the women, all that. The yes men, people around you, the enablers around you. X probably had to deal with all that. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to keep that image of, you know, letting people know that he was using crack. So it's a lot, man.
It's really crazy how far we've gotten from crack, that people are doing dope in public. We're working with them. We go on the ride the trade with them. When we were kids, this is how polarizing someone being a crackhead was to us. That the biggest musical artist in 1999, before Eminem blew up, it was DMX, and we were not told that he was on crack because that's how polarizing that drugs were at that time. 22 years ago. You could not, your favorite rap artist could not be on drugs back then. Yeah. Because if he lost points.
And that was a product of the Reagan era. Just Say No era. Nancy Reagan. All that. Crackheads, they demonized the crackhead in the neighborhood. They had black people turning on the people in their community, the abusers. I mean, it's a whole big thing. That's, man. Man, listen. It's a vicious cycle.
And I was going to mention Ja Rule. You mentioned him earlier with used to be my dog, be my left titty, scream right or die. That was the Ja Rule. It was the first time I heard of a Ja Rule beef. Then the Do You song, which I never liked.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one on there. So that was a short-lived beef.
I was the biggest fan. It was short-lived on wax, but that beef was ongoing. They ain't speak. They were at odds for a minute.
But it was the first time that it was revealed or confirmed that DMX is on drugs. He was on crack because Ja Rule got on radio, crack man. And he mentioned. So it was short lived, but the Jay-Z beef. I
don't even think that was that big.
It was for DMX.
Oh yeah, it was for him.
And it was for Jay-Z.
Explain.
Well, that's what led to his verse on either Murdergram. Which one came out first? It's Murder or Murdergram?
Murdergram.
Okay, so it's Murder. Jay-Z kills it.
Yeah, Jay killed that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's when he told Irv Gotti. Do you think he pauses the Irv Gotti says this? He pauses the studio session and goes, "Do you think he's better than me for real? Are you crazy?" That was real. It started with the pool table scene.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, the freestyle battle. Yeah.
Yes.
Uptown.
That was in. First time I heard about that was in
the rooftop. The rooftop. Yeah.
And Big L was the cameraman. What?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that was known. But that's how they gained the respect for each other. That was the start of Murder Inc. Because you know what I'm saying, like they were battling. It was like basically it wasn't a real beef, but it was like all right, rap is competitive. We battle rapping, like we out here, we in the rooftop, we on a pool table battling for hours. Who's the best? They had to respect each other after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was. I mean, I love those stories because that's the essence. That's the essence of rap.
Yes,
that's the essence, bro.
So they have a freestyle battle at the pool table scene. It was in the Bronx. It took place at. Big L is the cameraman.
Yeah.
Big L is someone, for anyone who's first time listening to us, someone who doesn't understand who Big L is in rap music. He inspired Cameron. He inspired Mace.
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. Big L and Jay-Z have a big classic freestyle, 7-minute freestyle. If you Google it, it says 7-minute freestyle, Big L, Jay-Z. Yeah. We were listening to that 20 years ago, 25 years ago. We were listening to that as if it was a song. That's how we listened to shit back in the day. And we don't know who won the battle between Jay-Z and DMX. That was never known.
Yeah.
It was only...
Yeah, it's always mixed.
Right. Whoever was in, like, if you're in DMX's camp, you say DMX won.
When Jay-Z's camp, you say Jay.
Right. Yeah. And I think we only get to see Jay-Z's verse in Hard Knock Life and whatever footage is available.
I think so. I forgot, but I've heard. Damn, I could have swore there was footage of X2.
DMX is I haven't seen it ever.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah. I haven't. The reason why is because D or Y, I think it was D. He told the Big L to cut the footage out. Nah, we ain't filming X because he's not signed or some shit like that. There's no licensing to it or some shit like that. That is the reason why. One of the owners of Rough Riders cut the video off in real time. But that was the beginning of their beef. And according to Irv Gotti, anybody who was rapping. If you said you rapped, even if you were garbage, DMX considered you competition.
Of course. So as he should.
Like that. Right.
That's how, but and was it me and you talking about this? And I think you said this in one of our past podcasts. You couldn't be whack back in the day, in the 80s. You couldn't listen because there wasn't that many rappers coming out. And if you were signed, if you were significant, you had to say some shit. And if you didn't, it was going to be known. You know what I'm saying? And it was always competitive, man. The essence of it is the battle. Like you coming up on the street, you freestyle like, yo, I'm better than you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like playing the dozens. Like it was competitive. And even if that was your man, you was still like, all right, bro, I'm still on my block. I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's how it was. And that's how it should be in hip hop. But at the same time, it's competitive. But at the same time, it's not like, yo, I'm gonna kill you over this verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we battling to see who's the nicest. And I mean, that's still sharp and still.
Yeah, but I still feel like there were a lot of garbage. I just seen it on Twitter today or yesterday where somebody was saying
Yeah.
if you were garbage, it would RA. You retweeted it. I was disgusted with you. RA, the
Already
rugged
the
man.
rugged man.
Yeah,
Already.
knock it off. There were plenty of rappers back in the day who I did not like.
Oh
Garbage. No need to name them.
yeah.
It's just that, all right, if just for, conversational sake, if there were 100 rappers who were out back then, now there's a million, you times that, you basically times it by 10,000 people. So there were out of 100 rappers back in the day, shit, 10, 30 were whack, at least.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look, I ain't saying it wasn't no whack.
It's always going to be whack.
I'm talking about those dudes like you just knew who was elite. Like you just knew you weren't fucking with Kane. You weren't fucking with Rakim. You wasn't fucking with G-Rap. Like you had your lane. Like, they had the Kid and Plays. They had the Kwame's. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you had those acts.
But that's my point. That's like 4 or 5 out of how many acts?
It wasn't a lot of acts back then.
Yes, there were.
No, not like how it is now compared to now, bro.
Bro, there was a lot of acts. There were hundreds of acts back then. Guaranteed.
I mean, listen. All right, I don't have.
Either way, it's still 4 or 5. It's KRS One, Big Daddy Kane, Cool G Rap, and Rakim. LL Cool J maybe.
LL, yeah, LL, Cool OG. Like, I mean,
okay, and how many more after that?
You can't dismiss those people, bro.
I'm not. I'm really not. Okay, so even if you can name 10, 20 more, nowadays, it's percentages we're talking about. It just wasn't this many people doing it. But the percentage wise, I think it's the same. It's just way too many people rapping now. Or
it's a
that shit ain't rapping.
Today is more, but guess what? And the quality is not the greatest because it's just overkill. It's saturated. Yeah. It's the quality is not what it used to be.
Right, you're right.
Back then you had a smaller sample size. I'm not saying it wasn't a lot. You're right. It was 100 acts.
Yes,
but the sample size and the quality of certain things, like you just have more respect for quality. Now it's just oversaturated and.
You're right. Now, just to finish the Jay-Z beef.
Back to that. Yeah.
Okay. That pool table scene, we don't know who won.
Right.
Murdergram, who won?
Oh, DMX.
Okay, it's Murder who won?
Jay-Z. Ja Rule's the loser on
all of them. Blackout, that's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
The backstage freestyle.
X.
Got X too.
X.
That's 2-2. And now, and here's where it gets interesting.
Money Cash Hoes.
Oh, I got Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, but that I wouldn't even count that because
I do.
Listen, I know, but you can't listen, and this is a problem.
Not?
Listen, this is a problem. This is a problem. This is a problem. No, listen. Let me get this shit off. And I was listening to the Juan Epstein podcast with Jay, and Jay made up a good point. He said,
"Wrong." We'll go ahead.
Nas, no, he wasn't wrong.
No,
he's not dead wrong. Listen, Ray, hold on. Let me speak my piece, and then I'll let you go. Because every song is not supposed to be competitive. Jay had 2 verses on Money Cash Hoes, bro. 2 verses. X verse wasn't the greatest, but at the same time, I still enjoyed that shit. Like, what happened to us just enjoying a fucking song without like, who had the best verse? Like, who did this? Son, that was not emphasized as much as you think it was. Not all the time. Not all the time, bro. It was not. It was not. Nas put more emphasis on that shit than anything. Whatever. I'm telling you. I'm not counting, Jay-Z wins that over X. Come on, son. I'm not even counting that song. So what about the joint with Jay-Z on Busta Rhymes album? Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, and DMX. You gonna count that too?
Yes. Jay-Z.
He did. But
Exactly.
bro, I still enjoy
Nas
that
did
song. Not
all.
for that factor. Like,
Can I talk
yo.
now? Am I talking now?
Yeah.
This Nas on Ether, Foul Eminem Murder Jr. shit. He did not create that. We were doing that back
No
then.
one said he created it, bro.
Brooklyn's Finest, who had the better verse. Exactly. But it was always a toss up, and Nick we stay big back then. But then the next year was like, I don't know who got a better verse. That's how we know who was who. It was hard when Nas had a song with 50 Cent. I thought 50 Cent killed him at first, and I thought then I listened to it again. I'm like,
what's the name?
Yeah. They have 2 songs together.
Yeah. The joint on Power the Dollar.
Not on Power of a Dollar. Nas is not on Power of a Dollar.
Wait.
Had songs to the rich ones that flash and flaws. Them niggas damn won't beef no more.
What album is that then?
That's just like 50 Cent.
Niggas
I forgot what it's called.
Beef no more. Cause they know who I rap with. QB nigga, who I rap with.
I thought 50 Cent murdered him. But tonight, I'm like, but he didn't. He didn't. Nas was Nas. And that's gonna lead to our Nas and Jay-Z if we're gonna respond when we do the other shit. But it was around back then. It just was, especially
bro. I'm not saying it wasn't. It's been around forever. But the emphasis and how people pay attention to without enjoying the song anymore.
I'm not saying
everything. That's the first thing. Like, motherfuckers, so who had the best verse? Hey, bro, did you like the song? Did you like the song?
Right, but if the song is whack,
did you enjoy the song? Was the song dope?
If the song is whack, then we don't even consider it no more. It doesn't matter. If the song is whack and all you have left is who had the better verse, it's not even a song anymore. The fact that Brooklyn's Finest is a dope song, and you go, damn, but who had the better verse? Of course.
Because you know why? It's 2 elite MCs, and you want to. What's the measure? How you measure up?
Okay,
who did this? Who did what?
Okay, then. So Jay had more. They have like 5 or 6 collaborations, and Jay-Z has the best of them. Now, just to put that to rest, it was there in the late 90s, early 2000s. That was there. Who had the better verse? It was definitely a part of the late 90s, early 2000s culture in New York City. That's just how we were. We were about that was the dunk contest. Punchline raps were birthed because of it. Jada Kids was birthed because of it. How do you stand out on who has the best verse? Jada tried to find the forte in that. Then the Fabulouses and Mace was birthed off of that. And you got Fabulous, Cassidy, and all those other artists that were birthed because of it. It just is what it is, Cam. It just is what it is. So to deny that, I think, is not truthful and it's not real.
It's not a denial, though. It's not a denial. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but the emphasis on it for motherfuckers to listen to a song and then just go right like who had the best verse. Like, is the song fucking ill? Because when I heard, when I heard affirmative action,
that was a part of the conversation.
It's
always been in conversation. Did AZ have a better verse than Nas? That was always part of the conversation.
And who had the best verse?
Foxy. I don't know.
Foxy had the best verse.
Makes sense. Her math was off, by the way.
But it was ill. It was fucking ill. Stop it. Cut the bullshit, nigga. We all thought it was ill.
Yes. At 13 years old, yes.
But that's my thing. I'm saying, this shit was just ill. Like, it was ill. Regardless of her math was wrong. This shit was ill. This shit was dope.
If her math was right, that's my point. That's my point about the math being wrong. If the math was right, it gives it another notch. You know what I'm saying? But that's my point. We give Foxy the nod on the song, even though I don't know, because Cormega killed that.
They
Nas,
all killed that shit, bro.
yes. But it's what I'm saying is there's an argument. It's not like for me. I think Foxy stands out. She's a girl, A, and then B is just the flow and is everything.
The flow,
yeah.
The flow was.
So even Little Kim on Get Money.
Yes.
It's like, wow, who outshined who and why? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a punchline battle between Biggie and Little Kim. It was just
That's what I'm saying. Like, and right, and then all right, boom. If Kim has the best verse, is she the best MC on?
No.
Yeah,
but
all right.
That's the problem. That people took it to that right. People took it to like, oh, they're the best MC. They're like, where did you get that from?
And that's
of
my
course.
thing.
Yeah,
and Jay said that shit too. He's like, yo, listen, you're gonna be on the song. And you're gonna have someone who's gonna outshine you. It happens. You can make 20 songs, and you can have 20 features along those lines. You ain't gonna always have the best verse. And that's what he was saying on the Juan Epstein podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That Rock Nation jacket. Come on, man, relax, bro.
Yo,
come on, bro. We get it. All right, Jay-Z. Yes, it happens, man. Yes, it does happen. But Eminem murdered you on your own shit. Hate to break it to you. Yeah, okay. Did. And DMX did not murder you on your own shit though. We gotta say that. DMX did not murder him on his own shit. Gotta say that. Yeah, he didn't.
No one's mad. No one's stopped listening to X because of that. Or just
No. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that at that time, another reason why it elevated or that beef kind of ticked up was Beanie versus Jada.
Yes.
He sent Beanie at Jada, and Beanie said, leave it up to Hov to X out Tommy Buns.
And then, of course, the song with DMX on Jadakiss album. I gave you the crown to shoot it off your fucking head. But yo, which is crazy, Jay never said anything back to X.
Right.
And his wife got on the Breakfast Club. She explained that story. Cause she was like, yo, Jay did a lot for X. Yeah, I just watched the video last week. She was like, yo, Jay did a lot for us. She's like, she seen Jay-Z in the club around the time of that beef. And she was like, yo, cause they were really close. And she was like, yo, Jay, I don't know what happened. He said, I would never, I know what X went through. He said, I would never diss him back. She said that on the Breakfast Club. I was like, wow.
How recent is that interview?
That interview, it was like a few years old. Not when he died, maybe like 3 years ago. Yeah. Wow.
I never seen it.
I seen it last week. I was like, oh shit. Someone posted it on Twitter. Yeah.
Her name is Tashira.
Yeah. I met her. I met her and him in the airport.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I've never.
Yeah. Jay said he would never go at X.
And she didn't go into detail. It was just love.
Because I guess Jay knew the inside of like what X was going through, and even after like X was on Def Jam, and when Jay became president, and X felt the way about that, and they had a feud with that. He told his wife like, I would never say anything about X. Because he knows the demons he was going through. Like basically, he knows his story. Why am I gonna do that?
That's amazing.
You don't get no points for that.
That's amazing. And
once you said that, I was like, wow. Right.
In the Rough Rider documentary, Rough Rider Chronicles on BET, D.O.Y. explained how when Jay-Z was president, he cleaned out DMX's debt or whatever he owns to Def Jam, which. How the fuck does he owe Def Jam anything?
He shouldn't owe them motherfuckers nothing. He gave them motherfuckers
millions.
Universal. Crazy. Yeah.
That's how you know that.
Polygram. They owe that dude.
Hold on. My bad. Shout out to Dorian82. That's my nigga. I don't even know that guy. But I watched so many of his YouTube videos that he's just too ill at this point, just giving away game. And he broke down how Michael Jordan got basically We don't talk. When I saw The Last Dance, I felt like he got raped by Nike. Nigga, why didn't you sign a 50-50 deal with Nike? They were a new company, but we don't know what we know now.
Yeah, we
Jordan
don't. Yeah,
would be a trillionaire right now.
trillionaire. Yeah, hell yeah.
Easily.
Well, he didn't know, and he wasn't doing it for the money.
Right. Well, he was, but it was just.
I mean, yeah, the money, but not. He didn't foresee that. None of them foresee how they was going to take off.
Listen, if there was, if he had access to a time machine, he's getting on it.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
Yeah, man.
But back to X.
I just said that to say that you just never know. Like what DMX did for Def Jam, the Rough Riders would have signed a different deal with them if they truly knew what they had and they truly understood the business side. I ain't giving you no 50-50 deal with, and I got to partner with you and Universal. No.
Yeah.
We want 95. We want the Master P deal.
Yeah.
Master P, I'm doing a deep dive on bro. Nobody gives Master P and Cash Money their props. Nobody had a better deal. It was Suge Knight first, Master P, and then Baby and Cash Money. Nobody had better deals.
Yeah.
Nobody had better deals. And I think if Def Jam, if Rough Riders, if Irv Gotti, if they truly would have known what they had on their hands, there's no way if they knew what they knew now and they were able to feed themselves information back then, there is no way they're signing the same deal.
Yeah.
0%.
Yep.
We want 99% equity on everything. Don't you dare. Nope. They're gonna say no to everything. Nope. And DMX was that. DMX was 100 million your first year. So when Jay-Z becomes president of Def Jam, I guess the beef kind of like fizzled at that point because now DMX is done as an artist. He's at the tail end of his career, and Jay-Z's beginning his executive side. But I definitely wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Top 5 DMX songs. We did collabs. I think we should close it with this. We did collabs. We didn't do his songs. Top 5 songs. You go first.
You gotta go first. Actually, you gotta go first.
Oh man! All right, damn. This was hard. I can't front. This was tough. This is tougher than the Nas top 5. Because I know I'm wrong. I know I'm gonna regret 1 or 2 of these being where they're at. I'm already looking at it and I'm like, damn. Ugh.
It's all good.
Number 5. I had 2 at number 5 because I don't know. It's in between What These Bitches Want and Stop Being Greedy.
Okay.
Like What These Bitches Want, and we went into detail about it already. That was a huge record for X. That helped him sell his most units. And then there was X. Cisco feature. It's a smash, bro. It still resonates. People still tweet about that song. Like it was viral. It was a hashtag last year with all the names and shit. That the song is just it is the embodiment of misogyny at its greatest. But that was the era that we were in. So that's number 5. And Stop Being Greedy was just it was so dark. The beat was haunting to me. The way X flipped two personalities, speaking as 2 different dudes. He's picking up from Big from Give Me the Loot. Like it was so ill, man. It's one of his grimiest records.
That's about 5-6 years later. Give Me the Loot was recorded 6-7 years earlier.
But yeah, Give Me the Loot got recorded It was definitely recorded before. Yeah, it was like one of his biggest first recordings. I mean, not first, but it was definitely at the beginning of his like career. I know that was one of the first joints he did.
And just to give its proper placement. That type of song, I want to give credit to Scarface. My mom playing tricks on me, and I think he birthed that subgenre. And you talk about a guy from Houston, Texas,
absolutely,
not from New York.
Nope.
It's not a different part of the country. I think he created that subgenre.
Yeah.
Unintentionally. He just did.
Came to be. Yeah, definitely. Scarface, one of the best storytellers. I'm mad we didn't give him enough props when we did that list. But yeah, man, stop being greedy and what these bitches want. It's my toss up at number 5. Number 4.
I still can't believe what these bitches want is. It was either gonna be that great or that bad, and it turned out
to be that great. That second verse alone, him naming all the shorties, all the bitches. Yeah, sorry, YouTube, sorry, subscribers. But number 4, I got Party Up. Party Up was like one of those records, and this is, here we go again. It's on, and then there was X. That was definitely that song gets played at stadiums. That song gets played everywhere. Every sporting event, it still gets played. It's pop culture. You hear it in movies. You see white people making memes with the shit. It's Party Up was a big record for X, man. It definitely helped sell that album, his most selling album, third album, and then it was X. I remember trying to I was trying to be the first person on our block to know all the lyrics to the song, and I was. And I was proud about that. We'll Party Up. And then he was talking about Corrupt. That's when he was beating, him and Corrupt was beefing. Corrupt had that song, what was the diss track? Oh man, I'm gonna kill myself for not remembering that joint. And that Party Up was a response to Corrupt at the time, the whole Fox thing.
It was basically like what 50 Cent did a year later or within that time period. It was like a jacking for beats. He was just talking about different rappers. Corrupt was.
Yeah.
Not the name of it, which is crazy. But
yeah. Calling out names.
I forgot that DMX. What part of Party Up was about Corrupt?
You're whack, you're twisted, your girl's a hoe. He's talking about Foxy at the time.
Yeah, but Foxy, it was so.
Yeah, but I know, but that was it. It's part of the narrative.
Okay.
Huh? Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's even confirmed because it's so indirect. Like it just seems like, you know what I mean?
Your old man said you stupid. Talking about Snoop. Your old man said you stupid. You be like, so I love my baby mother.
But that's not his baby mother.
I know, but whatever.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
That was number 4. That was number 4.
You just mentioned 3 songs. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Number 3. Get At Me, Dog.
Wow. Okay.
Get At Me, Dog. Like that set it off. Like that was, what must I go through to show you shit is real? And I ain't never give a fuck how niggas feel. I rob and I steal, not because I want to, because I have to. It don't make me show you what the. Yo, it was a single. It was raw. It was gritty. It was, to me at that time, it was something we was missing. For that to be his first single in that era, like it was just like you knew the era. It was the times were changing. The times was changing, bro, and it was a big record. It was a big record. I think I copped the single. That was the first CD single that I remember buying myself. Was Get At Me, Dog. We'll Stop Being Greedy on the B side. Number 2, another toss-up. And we spoke about both of these in the same context earlier. Slipping or Let Me Fly. I think I'm leaning towards Slipping. Slipping was like the video, like the feel of that record. It was like Ghostface's All I Got Is You. It was like Beanie Siegel's Feel It in the Air. Like, it was just one of those records, Pac, So Many Tears. Like, it just felt like that for me. Like, I hear it still. Like, it's a very emotional record. And I think a lot of people could relate to it, man. He's basically talking about his whole life, him coming up, his family, why he was doing what he was doing. You know, him getting into the game, trying to take care of his family, like trying to change. Slipping was that record, man. It's one of those big records. Definitely, that's my number 2. And Let Me Fly. It's the same around the same type of theme. But I think Slipping is just a bigger record. I think it's a better record, man. And number 1. Number 1. I wanted to say niggas done started song, but I'm like, nah, that can't be number 1.
His number 1 song.
That's not number 1. Rough Riders Anthem. I have at number 1. That one right there made DMX a household name to me. Everyone was singing that song. That song was played everywhere. It still gets played. That's another song that gets played in numerous venues to this day. It's an anthem. And we said it earlier, like, no one expected an anthem like that to come from someone that gritty. You know what I'm saying? The Mobb Deeps, the MOPs, well, MOP did with Annie Up. But before that, the dudes in that type of dude in the industry wasn't making that type of record, but X did that shit. That just goes to show you X is an artist and how great he was for him to make that type of record, and it blow the way it did. The Rough Rider tees, the four-wheelers, the video, all that. Motherfuckers standing on the bus. They had Onyx in the video, the Locks in the video. Like, that Rough Riders anthem was huge, bro. Huge. That's my top 5 DMX records. Yeah, go.
The only thing I would change is, like, I understand what the Rough Riders anthem. That makes sense. Only thing I would add is, I don't know if Pull It was a collab or a feature.
It was a collab.
It was a feature.
It was a feature. I mean, it was.
I don't know what song it was.
It was Cam's. It was Cam's song. That was Cam's song.
It felt like it was both of their songs, but I feel like that was, for me personally, it was just so. But yeah, Stop Being Greedy. I understand that. And the Slipping, I don't know what his number 1 song is. Even the other ones, the X Gonna Give It To You. There was so many songs that he just.
What's My Name?
Yeah. What's My Name is. It's supposed to be cheesy. That's the thing about those records. You could tell. Right. They wrote it, a producer wrote that song before it was even in my, like, the way I've observed music or absorbed music. Those songs were supposed to be cheesy. Like, they wrote that shit in like a movie script, and you are supposed to say this. And he did it, and it still came out so fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just
it was like, all right, X, we want you to make this record. We're gonna write the hook, and you do it. All right, baby. Yeah. And he spit it, and it came out raw. They wanted it to come out something different, but he didn't know how to make it that way. He made it his way.
Yeah.
I mean, he turned cheese into the fucking gold. This shit, you know what I'm saying? Word.
I think so. Because even in that time period, it just felt like he was already DMX. He was a character, and like mainstream media knew what to do with him. And even I'm 14, 15. I don't know any better. I'm just thinking like this guy's mad, just real. And for him to be a part of that is like it gives credibility to everything else around them. So yeah, Profiler's Anthem seems right. Let Me Fly. It's funny how what being a B-side does, and then being if you were a part of the label, and you'd be like, "Yo, Let Me Fly." If you had Let Me Fly and Slippin' on the same CD, you'd be like, "Nah, Slippin' is the hit." I wonder who was the one that said, "Yo, Slippin' is that shit is a fucking hit."
Yeah, it just sound like a hit, bro. Like just the music coming on, like like it's the mood, and then even in the video, it's you know what? All right, there's certain music and certain songs that I know Kanye has said something about this. Like when he looks at art, he sees music, or like you know what I'm saying. When you hear a certain song, it just represents a theme. Like even in the video, it's like the fall. It's an autumn setting. You got the leaves blowing. He's in the park. It feels like in fall record, like it's that time of the year. It's got a little cold. Like you outside, you on the block, you on the stoop. Like that record took you, it put you in that mood. Like yo, the music and everything. What he's talking about, the way he's rapping, like it's not as gritty. Like you know what I'm saying? It's coming from like he's speaking from the heart. Like you could feel it. Like you feel it in that record, and that record just encapsulates all that. Like I envision everything. Like it's certain songs that just make you put you in that zone. Like oh shit, like this set the mood. Like oh, all right, and Slippin' did it. I think it's a flawless record. I,
Um, I don't think so.
you don't think
But
it's flawless?
yeah, I don't. I think that trying to think of another song that is like slipping, and the fact that he was able to make it a hit. I didn't like if I were to listen to that album or just listen to that song at that time or just any time. I didn't know if you were gonna be able to make that a song for the masses to listen to. I would not have thought that the entire world would have felt the same way I did. For I just didn't. It still surprises me that DMX is just that big of an artist, and Slippin' being a part of that, the catalog that made him that big, and it
Yeah,
combination of him being that personality and that song being so personable, so relatable.
yeah,
Um, I'm glad that it did though. But I think you hit on the nose with all those songs, man. But Slippin' was so, yeah, it was very eerie. Oh man, yeah. Then
yeah.
you got all the songs. And Rough Riders Anthem was, it was still. What movie was that where they made it like or was it like a commercial? Where it was a joke, where the old people were pulling up with that song playing. It was
Yeah,
like a Super Bowl commercial.
I think it was a commercial.
And hilarious, like a
Yeah,
Doritos commercials and shit like that.
yeah. It's pop culture. It's part of the pop culture,
Yeah,
man.
like for DMX to be a part of pop culture is insane.
That's, but that just
It
goes
just
to show
is.
you. It's just like when you're authentic and you speak to people with these records. They're emotional. People get emotional attachments to music. Music is life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people, these songs, these artists, you feel like you're growing with them. You feel like you're going through time, especially if you're going through a rough patch and you hear certain songs and it just connects with you, resonates with you. Or even if you're going through a good time, like, you're going through a positive part of your life, certain records just resonate for you. These songs, this music is the soundtrack to your life. And it's songs like Slippin' and Let Me Fly, like what I mean, it resonates with certain people. It catches you emotionally. It's not like
Yeah,
I'm just enjoying this record and he's spitting some shit like, oh, this shit is dope.
right.
Nah, like he hitting it here, like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, like yo, this right here, like yo, you could be going through some rough patch and you hear that song, this should start. the waterworks, Niagara Falls start happening. You like, oh shit.
Definitely.
He hit me.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
DMX's step. Yeah. He was I'm glad that the world felt the same way we did. It was one of those. I don't know if there's any other artists like that right now that we have. I hate to put it like that. I don't see it happening. And what artists in rap or just that hits home that way? You know what I mean? Like DMX hit home because he was from the bottom and then reached the heights of the heights. Who else can relate to that? Like Floyd Mayweather can't relate to that at this
No.
point. Even 50 Cent. I hate to compare like that, but 50 Cent is too like calculated.
Yeah. And that with 50, he's not the most emotional.
Right.
You're not gonna have an emotional attack because he don't give a.
Yeah, I hate to say what I really want to say about him. Like if he died, people might be like, okay.
I mean, and his music run, he didn't make those type of records like X. Like he's not the records 50 made that were big are not gonna resonate like songs like Slippin' like what DMX did or something like Pac did. So Many Tears, Dear Mama. 50 don't got those. You know what I'm saying?
But also just being the troll that he is.
That's another reason.
It's if we had any inkling of him having like a mental illness, and that's the reason why he's that much of a troll, we would feel empathy for him and feel something else for him. With DMX, it was that too. That the first thing we thought about was drugs when we heard that he died. Like, oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Damn, it might have been drugs, because we were so aware of the struggle that was still present. And with 50 Cent, he was like, yo, bro, you create your own struggles. You're a dick. Bottom line, you're a bit of a dick, bro. DMX is DMX.
Yeah. So it is what it is, man. X, the Pox, not too many of those, man. I think we did a pretty good job, man. You want to wrap it up? Is there anything else you want to?
Just I'm glad. I hope we could all touch on, with DMX passing away. I hope we can all touch on, obviously the drug problem, which is going to be more prominent now in the next 10, 20, 30 years. I don't know what other kind of drugs they're going to invent, but it has to get worse. And we're not even talking about the drug problems that are happening right now. A lot of you guys are just on YouTube and on the internet all day long, which is another drug in itself. And the mental illness that DMX suffered from, we don't speak on that enough. We just celebrated this guy's life, and we're hypocrites as usual, and that's just what we are. We're hypocritical, and this guy embodied everything that was wrong with us, and as humans, like the shit that we need to fix. He was there and did not shy away from it. He mentioned it, he talked about it, and we're not doing enough. And by we, I'm including myself. Hopefully we all do highlight that shit, man. And I don't know what the answer is. That shit hits home right now, especially right now. Not the more I'm thinking about it, it's hitting way closer to home right now. It's fucking me up right now, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel you though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. Oh man. Just on that note, that was the life and times, the career of DMX. Born Earl Simmons, born Mount Vernon, December 18th, 1970. Was laid to rest April 9th, 2021, man. Rest in peace to X, rapper, actor, author, great human being, a real human being, down to earth, authentic. I'm just glad that he got to share his gift with the world, gift with us. Grew up to his music, and I'm glad he blessed us. You know what I mean, with his gift, man. I mean, that's it, man. Um, Rest in peace to DMX, man. Or
God bless. God bless the dead. God bless. Shock G, Black Rob.
Black Rob, Shock G, yes. Oh man, wow. Yeah, damn. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot, man. They come in threes. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, they do. But it's live and direct.
Yep. Put it in
God,
perspective.
man. Put it in perspective. You already.
Already. Yo, it's your boy B Mad. It's my brother Raymundo Telemundo. Thank you. Peace and love to everybody. Keep supporting. Please follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Hit us on the website. Hit us on the link tree. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We live and direct in many places, man. So keep supporting. Everyone out there, stay safe. And yeah, just be good. Be well, man. Peace and love.